chance, then refuse to see it through. That's a thing I never do.
Maybe that's why I like that song. That's a funny line.
What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Welcome to Lights, Camera, Cocktails. We're back for another round of musical month, as you can tell.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I am Jason.
I am Zenobia.
Who are
and
you?
I'm Smashley.
Not yet, you're not, but give
Not
it a
yet,
minute.
But I'm just made something that's going to make it
In
smash.
1 minute.
Yes,
That's how fast
Smashley
it takes.
is back by popular demand.
Brr, brr, brr.
I think you should just be here for every movie that we cover that you've done the play of.
Well, yeah, we can make that happen.
I listened to a podcast where they have a guest,
Uh-huh.
but he's not a guest anymore. He's been on 100 episodes.
Been on so many times
Yeah,
that it's like...
and they'll be like, yeah, and we have our guest host, and they say his name, but he's not really a guest host.
Or basically, every time somebody falls out that was supposed to be here,
Yeah.
in comes Smashley.
Brr, brr, brr.
I'll be there.
Because you live here anyway.
You're already here.
Yeah, how many times have you been here on the couch when you could have just been...
I don't know.
Right, her.
But it's been a year.
It's technically been... Come here.
Oh.
This brainchild started to develop a year ago today.
Yes. Well, it didn't develop,
No,
but our first trial run, we did a trial run of Coyote Ugly.
you'll never hear it.
You'll never hear it, mostly because it's lost to
It
digital.
is lost, and it was awful.
But we recorded today,
Yeah.
a year ago.
And now here we are, episode 45.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Getting it in.
Brr,
And
The year goes by quick.
Our numbers are growing, people. We thank you for sticking with us. We hope you guys are enjoying
I hope
what
so.
we're doing.
Because I enjoy it.
I enjoy the hell out of it. I look forward to Thursday every week.
Me too.
Wednesday for you guys.
Yes.
But
yeah.
and we still want to know what you guys like and dislike about the show.
I can't fix it if I don't know it's broken.
Right?
Or if you have a movie you want Zenobia and Jason to talk about,
Uh-huh.
write it in.
We're always brainstorming like, what are we going to do next month?
I know.
It's not just movies that they want to talk about. They'll put in movies that other people suggest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
How many times have we said, this is your show too?
it is.
It's your show.
You're the other co-host.
Okay, so what are we drinking? This looks
Well, if you can't tell, we are in costume
yes,
today.
we are. We are in
You can't
costume
tell if
again.
you're listening to the podcast, but if you're watching the YouTube, then you know that we are in full garb. I'm in Pink Lady over
Yeah.
here.
I
She's
love
official.
your pink lady jacket.
Yes.
I gotta get a leather jacket.
I
now.
know it's too fucking hot for leather jacket.
It's
You would
too,
die.
Yes, this week has been very, very hot. It's cooled down now, but
We were the 3 digits, y'all.
Thank
Summer is here.
God, I was not looking forward to sweltering in summer heat right
I
now.
got to jump in the pool, so I was happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I wanted.
I mean, one way or another, we were dressing up. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, it
Just
would
a
have
thin
sucked. We
jacket.
would have been just glistening sweat.
I was
Sorry,
saying,
YouTube.
I was asking if I should buy buckets to put your feet in, in cold ice water.
For sure.
I'm gonna say yeah.
For
Next
July
month we're
July
gonna do
episodes,
Probably,
absolutely.
yeah. Okay.
Don't need
That'll chill us out for sure.
So,
I like that.
y'all, we are drinking a T-Bird.
Is that what it's called?
That is what it's
Oh
called.
my
I love it.
goodness.
I want to drink it
One of my
right now.
best friends in the whole world, Amanda, gave us these really cool
Hi, Amanda.
skewers for our garnish
Amanda, thank
that actually
you.
have birds
I love
on it. So
it.
I thought that was perfect.
That's really cool.
T-bird.
T-Bird.
I don't want the cherry to fall. I'm already fucking up.
Okay, so this is what's in it. Okay, 1.5 ounces of Canadian whiskey.
Canadian.
Yes,
Nice.
that's what it said. 3/4 ounce of amaretto.
Yes.
2 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 ounce of orange juice, and 2 dashes of grenadine.
I like it very much.
I was going to do the Pink Ladies drink, but it had egg whites in it.
Nope.
And I knew this was gonna happen. I am going to make a successful drink with egg whites. I just did not want to do it today.
Not today.
Not today. So I found this one, and this is what we gonna do.
Amazing.
So-
I'm glad to join in on a whiskey drink.
Yes.
Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh. Ooh.
Oh, my bird fell down.
Your bird Yay!
My bird's drowning.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
so it is
Does that mean
garnished
I
with-
gotta finish my drink?
Yeah, it's garnished with
Oh my
pineapple
God.
and cherry and orange. So we over here. It tastes really good. Kind of tastes like a tea.
I'm gonna be sucking
Yeah.
on this orange. I know
This
it.
is good.
There is a bowl of fruit. I just didn't bring it out because I didn't know if we had space for it. But oranges and pineapples, which I need.
Nice.
Yes, I do.
I think I like the theme of this drink because it's whiskey, which is my favorite drink, and also it's called the T-Bird, and it is a dream of mine to own a classic T-Bird. That
Yes,
is the
that is
classic
her-
car
that
that I
is her
want.
dream car.
Was it 1964, 62, 64 T-Bird?
I
Mine's
can't
a
remember.
66 Mustang, girl.
Let's
Stop
say 1959 because that's the year that this movie is set
Alright.
in. Babe, why don't you tell everybody what movie we're talking about today?
Grease!
We're
Grease!
doing Grease, people, as
It's
if
the word.
you didn't know from the
I mean,
drink,
shame
from
on
the
you if you
jackets,
didn't know.
from the greaser hair.
Before we get to the movie, you guys ready for a little her story?
Yes,
You gonna really like this one, Smash.
Ooh.
Canadian
Okay.
whiskey.
All right. So today we are going to talk about the differences between Kentucky whiskey, Tennessee whiskey, and Canadian whiskey.
I love this.
I knew you were gonna
This is
like this one, right?
amazing.
Okay, so whiskey is defined by the way that it's fermented with a mashup of grains that is aged in an oak barrel. Okay, so that's technically what whiskey is.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's break it down. So Kentucky whiskey, aka bourbon, is made with a mash of at least 51% corn. And corn is one of the sweetest grains that you can use. So it gives it a little more sweet of taste, I guess.
Ah, okay.
And then it is so the sweet taste adds to the flavor, and then it is aged in the oak barrels for at least 4 years.
Whoa.
And the oak barrels help it age faster if they're new barrels.
If they're new oak
They're
barrels,
new oak barrels. It helps it age faster because it's sucking all of it
okay.
out instead of like trying to get really deep in there. I guess I don't
Okay.
know.
Makes
I'm
sense.
not a distiller yet.
So that's why I'm not a fan of Tennessee whiskey.
Okay.
That makes sense.
No, that was Kentucky whiskey.
Oh, that's Kentucky. I'm sorry. I heard Tennessee.
Okay, so
I'm already buzzed.
Tennessee
Sweet
for one seal.
Tennessee whiskey.
So Tennessee whiskey is filtered through. Okay, so it's they filter the liquor through a maple charred filter, so it gets a little mapley. You would think that'd be the Canadian one, right? But but it's the Tennessee one, and they like filtered through this to help it with the flavor and makes it sweet.
okay.
And then it is also aged in new barrels, just like the other one. So today we are drinking Canadian whiskey. So Canadian whiskey blends both of these styles together with their whiskey, and they multiply their mashup with all the stuff, and it gives more of. They have more variety of grains that they use for it, and it makes it a smoother taste.
Got it.
So that is the herstory on the differences between all these motherfucking
Okay.
whiskeys we be drinking.
I like that Tennessee whiskey, but this is good.
This is good. I
But-
personally really love Canadian whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to buy a Crown Royal bottle today, but
Ooh.
dollar bill,
Yeah.
y'all. So I got a cheaper one. But yes, I do. If I'm gonna drink whiskey like just straight, it
Yeah.
would be a Crown Royal.
Okay.
I get
Alright.
that. We've had Crown Royal
Yes, we
after
have.
having multiple drinks
Oh,
of other
yes.
substances.
It burned. But I was going to say I'm not really a fan of Tennessee whiskey because it's sweeter.
Ooh.
I still like my Irish whiskey.
I know we didn't break down. We didn't break
cool.
down the ones, but I feel like the last time we talked about whiskey, we did talk about
Yeah.
those. So I just wanted to know the difference between all these whiskeys we were drinking.
I like it. That's a good herstory.
And we talked about Jack Daniels. You know, we've got some history on these whiskeys.
Good
My man
herstory.
Jack.
My bird fell.
Everybody's bird sings.
My bird sank.
Bird. Bird's the word. Maybe it's for smaller.
We should
Maybe.
do that movie.
Oh, like smaller
Back to the
glasses. That makes
beach.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down.
Maybe this summer. That's a summer movie.
I'm down. All right. So, like she said, we are doing Grease.
Yes, we are.
Because Grease is the word. Is the
word, it's the word.
I am sitting in.
Not
Not only because 2 people bailed out on us today. I'm sorry. I'm not saying names.
Why you gotta put their business
saying
out in the
names.
street?
I don't even
there?
know who they
Not
are.
saying names.
Who-
You're like, who is supposed
They're
to
actually
be today?
great people, but things.
Yeah, you know,
Come up.
entertainment jobs are
Yeah,
very
that's the business that
inconsistent.
we're in,
Yeah.
and we're not paying anybody to be here. So
All I know is I came in, they're like, our guest council. And I was
You're
like,
like,
what
what?
guest? You had guests? I did not know that.
I was supposed to tell you, but I've been
You should
I've been
because,
swamped.
oh, my birthday.
All right, drink, people. Save the birds. Save the
We gotta
birds.
save these birds.
But like, not only was I'm a fan of Grease.
Mm-hmm.
I was in this musical, I think freshman year of high school.
Babe, what parts did you play?
I was just ensemble. I was just a dancer.
You were not
It was-
just
I was
ensemble.
just ensemble.
You were ensemble,
Well, in this movie, the dancers,
dude.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness,
they all
so much fun.
they all have names.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
They all actually
All
have
21 of
actual
them
names,
have names in this movie.
and they. Correct me if I'm wrong. They auditioned like thousands of dancers for this movie.
Well, they got some good ones.
They really do. I love the dude at the end that's like talking like a duck and
Oh,
like
no.
walking like
He's
Charlie
in- he's in
Chaplin.
the Charlie Chaplin? I love him too. He be getting it.
And then they all like in sync start doing their
Yes.
thing.
Okay, so want me to hit you with the stats?
Yes, please.
All right. So Grease came out June 16th,
June 16th. Ooh, that's
Oh.
close.
which is coming up in 1978.
78. I
So-
wasn't here. Neither were you two.
No, we weren't
Nope.
even. No. And so, when I first saw this movie, I legit thought it was from like 1950 something. I had to ask my
Yeah.
mom, and she was like, "No, girl,
Yeah.
that's John Travolta. This is the 70s." I was like, "Oh,
I mean, we were kids when we watched
Saturday
it.
Night Live. Yeah. But at the same time, the generation after us didn't know when it was either. And like it's one of those movies that keeps with the generations.
It does.
It's one of those few.
So the budget was $6 million, which in today's money is 10 mil.
That's
So
not bad.
That is not bad for.
I mean, that's almost twice. Okay, so money's almost doubled since the 70s.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Gone up like 40%.
its profit was $188 million.
Yes.
And in today's money, that's $332 million.
Damn. Go John Travolta.
Yeah, and I don't even think that counts
I
when they
mean-
did their 25-year anniversary, where in 1990, 20th, because in 1998 it went back into theaters.
Yes, it
for its
did.
20th. So I don't know.
Yep,
I
it's
don't know if it
continuing
counts
to
that
make money for people.
as money as well.
So,
I don't
yeah.
know if I remember. I mean, that's something my mom would take me to if it went back in theaters.
Oh no,
but
I
don't-
went.
It was
I
in like
remember.
97, 98.
It was
Yeah.
in '98 because it was the
That
20th
was
year.
seventh grade.
But dude, at the time, this was the third highest grossing movie of all time, behind Jaws and Star Wars, I want to say.
New Hope.
New Hope. Is that the one? Okay. Well, there you go.
Okay, so you ready to hear that Rotten Tomatoes?
Fuck yeah. I'm not scared of Rotten Tomatoes today.
Critics, 75%.
Really? I should have been scared.
You should have been scared. While the audience, 87%.
There you go.
87%.
And of course, I voted. And I has been called out by a fellow podcaster
What?
from Danny versus Jess, my friends. And
Okay.
they want to know what my score is when I rate it. So you can get a Zenobia Rotten Tomato score.
Okay.
So obviously, because I love the cast, I love the music, I love everything about it, this one got a 5-star. But not all of them have been 5 stars. But this one definitely stands the test of time. And
I
those
got you.
critics are
Alright.
dumb as fuck.
Yeah, I would give it 5 stars as well.
Yes.
I mean, I thought we were going like percentage wise, in which case I would give it like a 95.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
You know.
So should I star it or?
I mean, that's just me
Percentage.
because of the percentages that they throw, but no, fucking 5 stars. Siskel and Ebert, 5 stars.
5 stars.
What would you give it, babe?
Stars or percentage?
Let's go stars.
And you can do half stars.
What the pressure? I'd give it 5 stars.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I like-
Classic.
It's a great time period. Love the costumes and music and yeah.
And you said this was like one of the funnest productions you've ever been a
I
part
was
of.
telling Zenobia earlier, back when I was doing musical theater, if I were to do like a year of a touring production of a show, it would be this one. It would be Grease. Even if I was just in the background dancing, it's such a fun show, and the like swing dancing and the music, it was just so much fun. Like I could do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
I
Dude,
totally.
that would be more
feel
fun
you.
for me
Yeah.
than playing like Danny Zuko or somebody. It's like, that's nerve wracking.
A lot of pressure.
You're just on stage constantly. You
Well,
gotta remember
I will give a shout
everything.
out to my best friend in high school, Jeremy Rodriguez,
Jeremy.
who played the part of Danny Zuko.
Jeremy, if
And
you
I will
listen to this,
show-
we absolutely adore you.
Adore you, miss you, love you. I will show
And
you a
come
picture of
visit.
him. You're like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Yeah. He looks like Danny Zuko.
I've done Hairspray, and that's probably one that I would do.
That'd be a fun
forever.
one. Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was a lot of dancing and fun. Same sort of time period as this one. So I feel you.
Yeah.
If I could sing, I would totally do this musical.
Yeah, I can see you doing this one.
I mean, you just gotta be in the background.
Hell yeah.
You're just background.
I mean,
You are totally stage managing the shit out of this.
can I play Eugene?
The thing is,
I could play Eugene.
our Eugene was a dancer, so he was dancing all the time. Like he was featured too.
Okay.
Like our dance school, it was our dance school that put on this production. So we had a lot of really good dancers, and they upped the dance numbers
I
Gotcha.
because
you.
of that. Yeah.
I like that. I mean, shit. I was reading that John Travolta played Duty before he played Danny Zuko.
Duty's got some good songs in the show.
He said
Does he?
that he
Okay, now
Good
we got to
singer.
see the musical.
Yes.
We could put that one on the list.
Well, I've seen it. But
Oh, I haven't seen it.
unlike last week, where both of us were like, "So, how does the play? How does the play work out? Where's this song
yeah.
fit?" Which we will see. Dreamgirls
Yeah.
needs to come out here so we can get our Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
on.
Girls coming to town.
I'm
for
just gonna
sure.
put it together.
It's our own production together.
It's a one-woman show. Though. It's just me playing everybody.
Nobody's
Jimmy
telling
Erlin.
you. Can you please play Jimmy? Oh my god.
I'm playing all of them. Okay, so you guys ready for the completely made up drinking game?
Yes.
Yes, very much so. Very.
Thank you. Smashy's really feeling it. You feeling it with
Yeah.
the drink? It's good, huh? Okay, so this completely made up drinking game was a collabo between the three of us.
Yeah.
Because Zenobia was late on her
I mean,
note.
It's all good.
we were all kind of
Good
running
to
late.
collaborate.
So I needed some herb. So here we go. You like that herb?
That's a new one.
Herp.
Need some herp with
Need some
my
herp.
herstory.
My herstory. Okay, so you take a sip
Okay.
when they're singing.
Cool.
Nice.
There's not as many songs as last week's.
No,
Sure.
so that's
this should be better.
you
This
should
movie
be
is pretty
fine, you guys.
short. Okay, so you take one sip when Frenchie's hair changes color.
Yay.
Your
Wait,
hair looks like
wait,
an Easter egg.
Do we remember all the colors?
She's
Pineapple blonde.
yes,
She's got
pink,
that
Easter
pinkish
egg
purple.
pink.
Yeah. And she got her regular. Is that it?
What's her regular hair?
It's like
she
a
blonde? It's
red-
not.
It's like a reddish brown, I think.
Oh,
it?
you right.
Oh, yep. In
right,
the beginning.
right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I love where he's like, she's like, how do I look? And he's like, you look like a gorgeous pineapple.
That was improv, by the way.
A lot of things.
He
in
was
this
like
movie
trying
was-
to figure something out. I think that's why he paused. It's like a beautiful blonde pineapple.
She like looks at him like, what the fuck? That is not the way to get into my pants. When
You
they
get
call me a
them real
fruit.
reactions.
Yeah, I did read that a lot of the lines in this movie was improv. The director liked the banner between the cast, and he found a way to add flares and shit into this.
Nice.
All right, so back to the drink game. You take one sip when you see the back of the T-Birds or Pink Lady's jacket.
Ooh, that's a good
That's
one.
a good one.
All right,
Mhm.
girls, let's go get them.
Okay.
Get it. We're
ladies.
gonna rule the school. Which I totally said that my senior year too as I was walking in.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Did you wear this?
No.
Why
this
not?
is actually a friend of mine who loves John Travolta and loves Grease.
I was thinking that too. La,
She
la,
had
la,
the
la, la,
favorite
la, la.
cow.
Who's your
Yeah.
friend? Raquel?
Raquel.
Yeah,
from
Raquel.
Thank
Raquel.
you.
Thank
and
you
the
for
Rockettes.
supporting.
What's happening?
I was like,
I always like that name, Raquel.
Can I borrow this? And she's like, yeah, you better bring it back. And I was like, oh, well, girl, she was fine.
I'll make sure she doesn't spill on it.
I'm trying real hard. I will wash this.
Just, if you have to, Raquel,
She's
I got you.
drinking
If
like
you
that.
see the drink going, just drop it this way. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm wearing black. You can't really see my nipples.
So you take a sip every time Danny does a new sport.
Oh, that's fun.
He's a hitter.
Long distance running. Cross country running.
I think you're gonna like baseball. It's not that much of a contact sport. Still gets in a fight.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things. He pulls
Basketball.
the face mask back.
That had to have hurt.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
to
I mean,
hurt.
don't get me wrong. There's padding around
Yeah,
that side, but
but-
it's like leathery padding.
And it's still an elastic
Yeah,
thing.
it's like, you know what it's like? It would be the equivalent of getting smacked with a catching glove.
Yeah, it still would
It's
hurt.
like,
Still would hurt.
it's like similar material.
So props to that guy who
Yeah.
got
I hope you got a little extra for.
And if you
your
notice,
face.
that dude's got like bulging forearms. He would have whooped Danny's ass.
yeah.
Yeah, because he does. What he does: basketball, baseball, wrestling, and track.
Yeah, I think that's
So
all.
It's
he
4
gets-
stamps.
That's 5 stamps. And his running is not the best. His hurdling is
Dude,
better
he's
than
got
I
like
thought
a-
it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Strut sort of thing.
with his fucking checks
Oh,
on.
come on. I can run circles around those jerks.
So you take one stamp when Danny blows off Sandy
Yep.
for some
Yep.
stupid shit.
He does
Trying
a
to be
lot.
cool.
Yeah, rocking and rolling,
Rolling
and
and whatnot.
whatnot.
That's got to be improv. Like,
Can
he
you do
didn't know
his
what to
laugh?
say next.
Where he's like, "Where's the Danny that I met?" And he's like, "I do not know." That you put in the missing persons, right?
Try
He's just
the yellow pages. I don't know.
know. Fucking dick. Why do guys do that?
He's got.
It's
you
cool in front of his
He's got
friends.
this image, you know?
In front of his gang.
If you're like, you know how you get pussy? You be nice to them. That's how you get it.
Well, guys in that day,
Knock
like
on the
back
door
in the
gently.
50s, back in the 50s, they were
Yeah.
rude. They were like quick with their quick responses or
Yeah.
quick like jokes or whatever.
They were
you know?
witty and
Yeah.
obnoxious.
I'm just saying that that's still how boys are. So you take one simp when they make fun of Eugene.
Aww.
Hi, Eugene. He's like, hi,
Hi,
guys.
guys. Shake, buddy. What's with these glasses? I got astigmatism.
But he shows his fucking shit when he throws the cake or the pies
Yes.
at
Yeah,
the,
he
at the
does.
coach. He's like, what's your name? I want you on my team.
They even make fun of him at the dance.
Yes,
Game
they
rule
do.
1. All couples must be boy girl. Too bad, Eugene. Fucking
I
assholes.
know, poor guy.
Okay.
And he
one,
like decorated everything.
Yeah.
Him and what's her name?
let's hear it for the toilet paper.
That's fun. I do
I'm
think
telling you,
that's
I
I
quote
very
this whole
love,
fucking
I
movie.
love Drunk Sonny. No hiney biting.
She's like, what are you doing? He's like, washing my hands.
Washing my hands.
He's all pouring liquor in the fucking punch bowl. Yeah. One, happy Pride, everybody.
Happy
Again,
Pride,
happy
everybody.
Month.
I
It's
hope you
still
guys
Happy
were
Pride.
all safe out there this past
Especially
week.
here in our LA Pride. Mm-hmm. But
Not fighting over parking spaces.
I have never in my life liked that joke that all couples need to be boy girl.
Boy, girl.
Even when I was little, I was like,
It just felt wrong, right?
it just felt wrong. I danced with girls at dances all the time when I didn't have a boyfriend, and it was just
That's
yeah.
true.
Fuck yeah.
That's true.
Dude.
And what if my boyfriend can't dance? Then I ain't gonna win.
Man, I didn't have that advanced train of thought when I was like
Yeah,
grade
even as a-
school. Well, like I went to like a Catholic school 1st through 8th grade. yeah.
I don't
So
know.
like I remember our DJ
kinda
saying,
teach you
like we
all
used to
couples
have
must be boy
we used to
girl.
have sock hops at our school, like 50s themed dance.
Dude, I wanna
And
do a
like the
sock
DJ,
hop.
yeah, and the DJ would say like, "All right, boys and girls, get together for a slow dance."
Speaking of sock hops, they actually arranged a sock hop for this movie so that they can work on the dance choreography as well as so the cast could first get to know each other.
So
That's
their
adorable.
first day of rehearsal.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be the crew was there too. They did. Everybody was just out there sock hopping. That would have been you, boo.
Yes, it would
I
have.
want to work on another music like movie project. Just
You
like
will.
a dancing show is fun too.
I mean, I'm sure it's stressful as hell,
Yeah.
but yeah, very much fun. And Sunny's my favorite entrance. Walks in and pulls homeboy's suspender.
Like that dude. Okay, so one simp every time Rizzo makes fun of Sandy.
Oh, look at me.
Lots of bullies.
Sandra D. You making fun of me, Riz?
Some people are so touchy.
She's such a bitch.
Rizzo is the character I want to be the most, you guys.
She's spunky
she's saying
as
it,
she's
hell.
saying
though.
it real. She's
Yeah.
telling it how it goes.
She's
Yeah,
like
she-
the sarcastic,
Yeah.
like, drag queen that's not in this movie, but she's, like, embodies that.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of like says her philosophy in one sentence. She's like, I'm going to get my kicks while I'm still young enough to get them. That's Rizzo.
You know what? I see that we are kindred spirits, me and Rizzo. I think that's why I want to be here.
You and Rizzo or you and Stockard Channing?
Both.
Yes.
I want both. Okay.
Okay.
So you take one simp when they talk about sex.
Let's talk about
Ooh.
sex. Wait, sorry.
Is that all it takes?
Let's talk about
15
you
minutes?
and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be.
Let's talk about
A
sex.
little bit. That's not in the original version.
No,
No.
no.
But I do like where he's like
I do like
15
that
minutes.
though. They like make fun of Putsy. Hey Putsy, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Is that true? That's all it takes? Is 15 minutes?
Boink.
Shows these kids. They're kids in high school. You don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
You just lying to your friend. Only one of them's had sex.
Yep.
Who do you think had sex first?
Uh,
Danny or Kaneki?
Kaneki.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably Danny.
I think Danny probably,
He probably
got
did.
laid.
Oh, with Cha-Cha.
Yeah, I think he.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
why
he tagged
she's
Cha
mad.
Cha
That's true.
for sure. She's just, we didn't go together. We
She
just
got
went
held
together.
back like 3 years.
Generations.
Too many.
But so was Kaneki, though. That's what the principal said. It's like, damn it, Kaneki's back here. Fucking
Oh
ass
yeah,
here
he's
again.
been here longer than I
He's been
have.
here longer than I have. So he's like 37.
Damn, that's true. So who did have sex? Well,
I
no.
would think. You know what? I think it was Danny. I think Danny got laid and didn't tell anybody really.
Ooh, like the
I
wood.
think-
Yeah,
What if
because
Cha-
technically Kaneki still has that condom from seventh grade.
Yeah.
25 cents insurance policy.
Shit breaks.
Is
I bought
it?
in the 7th grade.
Now I'm thinking about the scene when Danny like first sees Cha-Cha and he's like,
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Do you think she was like his babysitter?
I think she.
No, that could be.
I do now.
That's right.
I just thought that, like, it was his first time, so he's like,
Yeah, he probably
It's
hit.
just
He
real
probably
fast.
lost his virginity to her or something.
Okay.
and she's an experienced woman of
Sure,
the time.
sure.
So she was like, this Danny
Showing her
dude.
chonies to everybody.
I know. I also would like to be Cha-Cha, too. Give me the slutty and the mean chicks. I want them all. So, okay. So you take one simp when someone combs their hair.
Double sip when Kaneki does it with two combs.
With the double sip with the double combs. I'll give you that.
Jason was working his hair in the bathroom, like
Dude.
dropped his comb twice down. I was like, I wonder if that was a skill to have back then. And well, like
Probably.
comb your hair and like keep your comb in your hand.
That's why they have them like the
I wouldn't be
switch blades.
surprised.
So you have a better
Pop it out.
Yeah, better hold on them.
And I tried to do the curl, but my hair's too short. It just
No.
kept looking like fucking crybaby. And
Oh my god, cry baby,
yeah, we'll do that movie for sure.
cry baby. Okay, so you finish your drink when Rizzo has a surprise for Danny, aka Sandy.
I got a surprise for you.
He's like, yeah, you do. She's like, yeah,
Dude, she
I would do that too.
fucked
Kinda.
up. She gives him that look as they walk away, too. It's like, got you, motherfucker. You
Yeah.
should have never broke up with me.
Ooh, you
She's
gonna be a dick.
she's vindictive for sure.
So, you finish your drink when Rizzo finished her shake on Kaneki's face.
Frenchie.
Finish this. Oh yeah, she gets it a little bit on.
Oh, wait.
Sorry,
She's
French.
like, sorry, French.
Sorry,
And she
French.
runs out.
No use crying over spilled milkshakes.
My lord, your hair. I don't know how to tell you this, but your head looks like an Easter egg. So cute.
She empties her glass.
Class.
Yeah.
You empty your glass.
You empty your glass.
Yeah.
Empty your mouth, though. Not on someone's face.
Don't spill that shit.
So you finish your drink when Sandy shows up as Bad Sandy.
Yeah.
Bad Sandy.
Bad
Or
Sandy.
Sandy number 2, as she likes to call it.
Unitard Sandy.
Unitard Sandy.
Hey, fun fact, they had to sew her into that because the zipper broke.
I think I remember
do
hearing
you
about
want me to
that.
give you the full story on that, or you want to wait?
Oh, shit. We'll wait until after
Okay,
the drinking game.
Okay, but yes. You got anything to add, y'all?
I mean, there's so many things you could add to this. You know?
Try to pick the best.
Yeah. I thought, if anything, take a sip anytime somebody takes a smoke. You know, because a lot of
Yeah,
people
I
are
was
cut
thinking
it.
about
Let's
that.
do
It's a
the
lot.
first rule: cutting down on 2 packs a day. What did we forget? You know,
I don't know.
there's so much. There's so many situations
there
that
was
you
one
can
I
take a
mentioned-
drink to.
Yeah, I was like, because we were to the time period, and the dance of that time period was swing. I was like, take a drink every time you see a guy lift a girl in the air.
Or drag him across the floor.
That's one. That's one.
That's what
We were practicing that shit earlier.
they were.
Robin got in the way.
She wanted to dance too.
Thing.
Good girl.
Well,
You could take a drink. You can take a drink when they start to hand jive.
I said
Or
for a
when
song.
For
anyone-
every song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I was gonna say every time you see somebody hand drive, so you just be like blip 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 blip.
Yeah, that's a lot. Or maybe take a sip when anybody is on TV.
When they do the hand jive, people think that it's sped up, but they just
No,
really that
that's-
fast.
No, they're really that
Yeah.
fast. Especially
They really
that
do.
first girl. She's like jumping and like. Chick is crazy.
You know.
She got that gymnast body.
What's your guys' favorite song? What's your favorite song?
Oh my goodness, that's not in the Broadway show.
You know what? You can pick anyone because I know the ones that aren't there, so that's cool too.
Okay.
I don't know if I.
And
Could,
most high schools do this show, so
Yeah.
kids know.
I love a lot of these songs. This is one of my favorite musical movies of all time. I'm gonna either go with the last song, "We Go Together," or maybe "Summer Nights."
Okay.
Probably one of those two. However, I do. Strangely enough, I love Danny's song "Stranded at the Drive-In."
Stranded at the drive-in,
branded a fool. What will they say Monday at school? Dun, 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 dun. What's yours, babe?
Well, okay, just to come off of that song, the song that they sing in the Broadway musical, it's still singing about being alone at the drive-in, but the stage version I think is so much better.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna put a little insert here so y'all can know what it sounds like, but yeah, I do think that is probably better. But I do like the Stranded at the Drive-In in the
Yes.
movie because it's just so pathetic.
It really is. And
so pathetic.
in my mind, I'm pretty sure John Travolta thought it was pathetic, and that's why he sings it like he's making fun of the song at the same time. When he's like, ooh, yeah, 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 way.
You left
Why?
oh,
Sandy.
Sandy, my darling. You hurt me
Yeah, he
real
straight up
bad.
comes out in a monologue.
You know it's true.
Okay, if you had to narrow it down to like
All
2,
right.
babe.
Well, I'll agree with you on We Go Together.
Okay.
That's always a fun one.
That's a great one.
And not everyone knows the words to that song.
I cheated.
You cheated.
Yes, because strangely enough, I was in choir in
Oh,
5th
okay.
grade, and that was one of the songs that we had to learn. Yeah. Young Jason could sing compared to the other kids at Clinton Elementary School.
Lana, lana, lana. I think it ding,
So I learned every single word to that song.
Good
Chang,
job.
chang, changity, chang, chibop, dip, 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 dip,
Do
do
up
up,
and do
boogie,
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 boogie, boogie, shoobity, wop, wop, shada, la, 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 yippity, boom, do, do, ba, la, 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 yippity, ding, ding, dong, shubop, shubada, wada, yippity, boom, do, boom. Chang, chang, changity, chang, chibop, dip, 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 do up, do, do. Yeah, we're just gonna go.
Yeah, we did.
Kept going.
All right.
You
Well,
forgot
but
Rana,
then
Lana, Lana.
Oh, that's
I
what it
will.
That's what, and then it goes to a womp bomb luma.
Oh,
Wop, bam, boom.
Then they start dancing again.
And then I will add in my favorite from the Broadway show, a song called "Those Magic Changes," which Duty sings.
Does he?
It's such a beautiful song. Duty is
Can't
a
you turn
really
me
good
around
singer.
or something?
He's actually supposed to be a really good singer in the show.
Okay.
Same with Sonny.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say mine is There Are Worse Things I Could Do,
Yes,
obviously.
waiting for that one.
Great song.
Yes.
I'm not going to say Ham Drive is my favorite song, but that is probably my favorite scene because they be going
Sure.
ham in there.
That's yeah.
And if I'm going to pick one that's not in the movie, but it's on the Broadway show, it'd be Freddie My Love. I think that song is really cute.
Sung by Marty.
Yes, it's sung by Marty.
Yeah.
Is she singing about like one of her Marine boys?
She's talking to him, singing about all of the guys that
Nice.
she's writing.
See, I don't know any of this. I haven't seen
I
the
think
play.
when it
And it's
when it
funny.
comes into town, we'll make a point to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's funny, yeah. So that's probably my favorite from
I like those choices.
We forgot. We finished the drinking game.
Friday, my love.
oh yeah. So that's
The completely made up drinking game.
Since we're talking about music, can I give you a fun fact?
Yes, please.
Okay, so like we talked about some of the songs from the movie are not all the songs from the book of the show. So some of the songs that didn't make it into the movies but are kind of in there.
In the background.
In the background.
Or like in the school dance in the background.
School dance.
Got you.
Playing on the jukebox, but they're still playing. But these songs are originally from the Broadway show. So it would be Freddie My Love, like I said. It's Raining on Prom Night, which I forgot. I love that one too.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And like you said, Those Magic Changes is played in the back. And Mooning is played in the back.
Mooning. That one's sung by Jan and Roger. It's so
Who's
Jan, the blonde guy that she's always dancing with.
What?
That's not his name in the movie, though.
It is.
Yeah, no.
Oh, just kidding.
Jan is with Putsy.
Putsy.
Just kidding. Well, in the show, his name's Roger.
Okay. Hey,
Okay,
right
okay.
here,
But is
Putsy.
But he's singing about mooning, and Jan is all like, she loves
She
him.
loves
and
it. She's like, yeah, we'll go moon.
Yeah, she's like his backup singer to the song.
Yes.
It's really cute.
I
Oh,
do love
yeah.
that song.
Okay.
But the song Hopelessly Devoted
That's a good one.
is a song just like Listen from Dreamgirls that is made for the movie so
Yes.
that they can get their Oscar nom. But they did.
They
didn't
did.
win,
They got an Oscar nom for
but
that
they did
one.
get an Oscar nom
Yeah.
for it. And
That was the last thing. That was
Yep.
the last thing they recorded.
you got it. After they were filmed everything,
Uh-huh.
the director was like, we're missing something.
Mm.
So he brought Olivia Newton-John back, and they built that little set for her, and she sang that song, and that was added into the movie. So that
Nice.
almost didn't make it.
Wow.
Right? How cool is that? Fun fact!
I like that. I mean, it ties stuff kind of together too, because like she walks out after Rizzo makes fun of her, and
But I
goes
wish
out there
that
and
they
sings for a
were
little while.
sing Freddie My Love, because that's when they sing it right there.
Yeah.
But you know, they gotta.
Did they have to
Reach
keep
for
it
them
to like an
Oscars.
hour? Was it an hour and a half? Hour?
I
Yeah,
mean, back
it's a
then,
pretty
no,
short
it was
movie.
it was shorter than expected. I think.
Sure.
You know, I mean, the standard is usually like 2 hours. You usually don't want to go over 2 hours. So
Right.
if they're at an hour and a half, they have plenty of time. But it is a musical, so they are typically shorter.
Okay, so you guys ready for a little herstory
Where's the
On what?
ring?
on the Broadway musical?
Oh, okay. I was
Yes.
like, wait, we did herstory.
Of drinks. Of
Drinks.
drinks.
This is a different herstory.
My fault.
Okay, so let's talk about where this fucking thing came from.
Okay.
So Grease is from 1971 musical by Jim Jasper,
You keep doing that. I'm gonna check everything.
and is an actor, composer, lyricist, writer, and he was really big in the Chicago theater scene. So like he was one of those big theater people that had a lot of fun, and he wrote this pretty much based on his high school life.
Yep. Back
In
in
the
the
50s.
50s.
Uh-huh.
Write what you know, people.
Yep. And so Warren Cassie, who was his homie, is also a composer, lyricist, and all that stuff too. They collaborated on this thing, and it turned into Grease. And the term Grease comes from the American 50s, about a working class youth in the suburbs who had greasy hair, and they were called greasers.
Greasers.
So that is where we get the name Grease. The musical is set in 1959.
Yeah, go ahead and scoot that back.
The musical is set in 1955, and it is fictional school Rydell High, which is not the real school, but it is based on the real school that Jim went to called William Howard Taft School in Chicago. And so that's kind of where, in the play, it's set in Chicago. In the movie, it's set in Los Angeles.
I heard that Rydell High was named after somebody who was like a teen heartthrob that was like something Rydell.
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh, my fault. Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't remember what his first name is. I'll look it up while we're getting into these conversations.
Okay, so...
But yeah, it was technically 3 schools that they filmed at.
Yep.
One of which is 3 minutes from here.
Yeah,
They filmed at Venice High School.
that's the outside.
Yeah, they filmed the exteriors at
yeah.
Venice Beach High School. They filmed some of it at Virgil Middle School, which is the one that's down the street from here. And they also
Feliz.
filmed at John something over in Los Feliz.
Ooh. Okay. But back to the musical. It was first shown in 1971 in Chicago and ran for 8 months. And some producers saw it and they loved the show. And they wanted to do it. So it first showed at Kingston Mines nightclub. And it was a raunchy, raw, vulgar show. And it is totally dirty and shit. So the producer was like, we love this, except let's tone down
The raunchy
the
shit.
raunchy shit. Just
They throw some shit in
just a
here.
second. So, I mean, like, if you have seen the Broadway show, it is way more raunchier than what we have here in the movie. But apparently, the first run of it in Chicago was worse than that. So, after they, knocked out some of the kinks of it, they moved it to the Broadway. And it was there in 1972. And then it moved to the Royal Theater. And it ran for 3,388 shows.
Damn.
So when this show left Broadway in 1980, it was the longest running Broadway show until 1983 when a chorus line hit.
Line. Yep.
Yep, I had a feeling you knew.
It's a
So I
brontosaurus line.
fucking love a chorus line, which
think-
I also
yeah.
would like to do.
Which my friend Jeremy Rodriguez is into.
That dude is in everything.
So, at the 1972 Antoinette Perry Awards,
Woo!
aka
Yeah,
the
I love
Tonys,
it.
it won a bunch of awards. So it won an award for Best Book of a Musical. So Jim and Warren won one of those. Best Choreography, Best Costume Design, Best Musical, Best Performance by an Actor in a Lead Role in a Musical.
Nice.
Barry I can't even remember what Boswick. He is actually famous though. He's the dude from
From what?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, okay.
He's the lead in that.
Rocky.
Rocky. So he actually won a Tony for that for playing Danny Zuko.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
And we had Best Actress in a Lead Role for a Musical. The girl who played Rizzo. So, it did win some Antoinette Perry Awards.
I think now Grease is considered the 16th longest running show on Broadway.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I mean,
So-
it was the highest grossing movie of 1978.
78, yeah.
So, I mean, that says a lot. Because the 70s was a time for some good movies.
Right.
And musicals were kind of dying out. They weren't as big as they were in the 60s and 50s and 40s as they were. Like, by the 70s, they were getting into real feeling movies. Blaxploitation was coming out. They were getting more gritty. The rules of filming and nudity and what you can and can't do was changing. So getting into musicals was not something that happened a lot.
Sure. But I'm sure Grease was successful because, at least for my parents in the 70s, who were young adults at that time, like Grease signified the 50s, which was like their childhood and
Yeah.
time with their parents, which I thought was probably significant to them.
For sure.
True.
I did find the fun fact that I was looking for.
Fun fact.
Rydell.
High, yeah, it was a reference to teen idol Bobby Rydell, who had a million-selling hit Swinging School in the 1960s.
I've never even heard of this fool or
I've
the song.
heard of Bobby Rydell, but yeah, he sang Swinging School in 1960.
You have to find that.
That's
I
what
wanna know.
it's referenced to. The director, Randall Kleiser, did a lot of references to different things. So like Danny's blue jacket when they're at the beach in the beginning is a reference to Rebel Without a Cause in the red jacket.
Oh, I was like, he wears red. I know that much. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But it's the same style jacket
I
and
get
stuff.
that. John Travolta did say that he wanted his hair to be blackish blue, slicked back just like Elvis and Rock Hudson.
Yep.
The inventor of the chocolate martini. Watch our Forrest Gump.
So
Yeah.
good. So good.
So yeah, I get that. You want to move on to the man who put this all together?
We could talk about him since, we're kind of segueing into him already. So
Yeah.
this movie is directed by Randall Kleiser. He came up during the same time as Scorsese and De Palma and all those guys. And strangely enough, he was roommates with... What the hell's his name? Star Wars guy?
Something like
George Lucas.
That's what it was.
Who was that guy?
Nobody knows that guy. Everybody knows
He didn't
Randall
make too many movies.
Not too many. He made
Nothing
like...
that you might have seen.
I think I saw like 3 of them.
I might
But they
have
were
s-
the same trilogy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
So-
mean, are you talking about one in space or one with Nazis? That's kind of what
Personally, I like the one where the guy is like a professor. And he has a bullwhip.
in a satchel.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
So,
cast Sean Connery. It was awesome.
yeah. So Rando, he went to USC. Go.
Of course he went to USC. Trojans.
And his roommate was Mr. George Lucas. And Randall even showed up in Lucas's first student film. That's how far back they go. The first time he was like, let's really try this shit. Randall was all up singing in the background. I don't know if he was singing.
Then they made history.
Yes, they did. Babe, your bird is the only one that's still drowning.
What?
No, it's holding up her orange.
It's like doggy paddling. It's riding the line.
It's
We'll take a simp and save your bird.
oh my god.
So Rando, he went to the set of Star Wars: A New Hope,
Yes, he did. That's
a movie
right.
that did beat him out for being the highest grossing movie at that time.
He was looking
He went
for.
to a mixing studio and he went to visit his homie George Lucas there, and he was considering having Carrie Fisher play Sandy. So he did watch her on set, and he wasn't sure if she could do it or not. So
Yeah, it was like he kept.
I don't know if she could sing.
Can she
Her
sing?
mom can sing.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
that don't mean you can sing.
The late great Debbie Reynolds. May
Yeah.
she rest in.
Both.
Yeah, both of them now.
Oh, like a day apart.
Mm-hmm.
That is like the
Seriously.
worst thing. It just makes me so sad. But
We lost some great ones last year.
we will have Singing in the Rain on here because it is one of my fucking
Yeah.
favorites. Anytime I'm really sad, I put Singing in the Rain on, and
Oh,
it totally
Dude.
makes
that's your
me
feel-good
happy.
movie.
My feel good movie, man.
We may have to get my mom on the podcast.
Yeah,
That'd
for
be
that one.
awesome.
Because I can't stand them. Like, that just makes me. Oh, I love that movie. So he went there. He said, I don't think this bitch can do it.
He didn't say that.
He didn't say that. He was like, I don't know if she can do it or not.
Yeah, he wasn't quite convinced, and that's why he kept looking.
So he kept on looking.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that he hated some of the songs in this movie?
Yes, I heard something about that,
And
but
he hated some songs.
the people out there don't know. So
I'm gonna tell you, because he hated some songs that I don't think that should have been hated
no,
in the slightest.
dude.
So Rando, he hated the opening song "Grease Is the Word,"
What?
done by the Bee Gees.
Yes,
which
it was.
is one of my favorite fucking songs
Yes.
in this movie. Even though it's not like a song of the movie, I love that they do the cartoons on
Yeah.
everybody.
And it was straight up real cartoons. It's not
Right.
like today where it's computer animated.
hand
You
drawn.
could see that it was hand drawn.
Yeah.
How Homeboy's like hair is Like,
Oh yeah, I love how
shifty.
all their hair
Shaggy.
is just like until they comb it all
Yeah.
back and slick.
Dude,
Which
they're so
that
good.
song's not in the Broadway show.
Because that is written by the Bee Gees
For the movie.
So when the Bee Gees wrote this, they were flying high after doing Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Fever. You got me saying Staying Alive, Staying Alive. That came out in 1977. And Randall, being an up-and-coming young director, he didn't feel like he had, like, say to be like, you know, I don't really like this song because, you know, he thought that the lyrics were too dark and cynical for the lightness and funness of the movie. So he didn't want it as it, but he couldn't feel like he couldn't say anything, which that song immediately just sucks me in as soon as
At the same time, I get how he feels from a director's perspective. But dude, if you're a director, you're putting your heart into this movie. You got to speak up.
I feel that.
I mean, who knows what he had in mind? Maybe it would have been even better. But I don't know how much better you can make this movie.
Well, one, that song probably got a lot of people into the movies because they dropped it before the movie came out, and the Bee Gees were fucking hot.
Yes, they were.
Everything they touched turned to disco motherfucking gold. And so like to have, that's like having Beyonce sing the title song of your movie, even though you don't like Beyonce. It doesn't mean that you wouldn't take her song because you know it's gonna blow up. It's gonna make people come to your movie.
Why you gotta put my business out in the
I'm
street?
sorry, they know you. But last week we had a nice.
She did a great job in
See?
Dream Girls.
See, so you know we're one step closer to converting you to the Beehive.
Sure. Yeah. If I convert, then you got to start accepting the great Kevin Costner.
I guess you're never.
I knew where that was going.
Never converting.
All right.
Damn.
That's
Sorry, B. I tried. I tried.
what we call a compromise.
I ain't compromising shit. So
Well,
okay.
Randall Kleiser, excuse me. This
Can I say it one more
T-Bird is getting to me. What's that?
I have one more on the song.
Do you, boo-boo?
Okay, so like we said, he didn't like the song. He also hated the
Last song, right?
the very last song.
Yeah. We go together like shoo-bop, shoo-bop, yippity-boop.
Yes.
Terrible.
He didn't like it. He said it sounded awful.
I disagree. It
I
stood the
disagree.
test of time. But,
To be honest with you, the thing I'm more upset about is you not liking the Bee Gees song than anything else.
Yeah.
I fucking love those high pitched. Are they Aussies too?
Come on, man. It's the Bee Gees.
They're Aussies too,
I think my
right?
cousin got that last
The
year.
Bee Gees?
Yeah, are they from Australia?
I don't know.
They're not from here, so they're from somewhere.
I always confuse them with the Beach Boys.
Beach
What?
Boys?
They
I'm
don't
sorry.
even sound the same.
I'm not saying that they sound the same.
One,
but
there's 4 Beach Boys and there's 3 fucking Bee Gees.
I know that. I'm just saying I'd confuse them sometimes.
I'm gonna have to bring their vinyl over because I'll be
Shit.
playing.
I know the
with it.
difference between the songs. Beach Boys are great American music. Beach Boys is dope.
Beach Boys.
Okay.
I'm looking it up
well,
because people are going to be pissed.
I know.
What
we
are you
have-
looking up?
We have Australian listeners and they're
I
probably
don't
like,
think they're...
I'm sorry.
they're not
Australia.
from here. I know they're not from America. I know that.
No, they're not.
Oh, wait, England.
Well, while you're looking
They're
that
from
up,
England?
Wait, no. One in Australia.
Jesus.
I'm like speed reading here.
Well, you speed read. I will say that Randall Kleiser is also known for a number of movies like Honey, I Blew Up the Kids,
Yup.
and The Blue Lagoon
Yep.
with your girl, Brooke Shields.
Yep.
You know what?
No.
If we ever do you like that movie?
Did you... Oh.
Not my favorite,
I mean,
but,
if,
you know,
if ever
for
a
the
guest
time,
picks that
for the
movie,
time.
there's a delicious looking drink for that one, so I am ready.
And fun fact, Brooke Shields played the part of Rizzo.
Did she?
On Broadway at one point.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
There have been many revivals of Grease.
Oh yes.
So.
Like when I said that the 1972 Antoinette Perry Awards,
Mm-hmm.
they also were nominated in 94 and in 98 for revivals of the show, but none of those won anything. Only the first run of it has won any awards. So
Yeah. But yeah, Brooke Shields used to do. I saw her in Cabaret.
Nice.
She was the lead in Cabaret.
no.
You never told me that.
I did tell you.
Okay.
You had the same reaction. You were like, "No, Brooke Shields. What? I'm like,
I
yeah,
can't
she
remember
can
everything.
Sing and dance and."
All right, well, let's dive into this cast because we got a big ass cast.
I know.
So we're not gonna. Yeah, I mean, we should have said this before, but this movie has fun facts upon fun facts upon fun facts, and we're trying to keep this shit under an hour and a half. So we're not gonna give everything.
Yeah.
Don't get mad at us, people.
So if you want to add more that we
Comment
didn't talk
on
about,
YouTube or some
comment on
shit.
YouTube.
Way to push the show, babe.
Yeah. You know?
Let's talk about my man, Mr. Sid Caesar. He plays Coach Calhoun.
Yes.
I love this man. He is hilarious. My dude has a star on the Walk of Fame.
Really?
Yes,
That's
it is
right.
located at 7000 Hollywood Boulevard.
Okay.
So he is a composer. He is an actor. He was a comedian. He is plays a hell of a saxophone.
But
He plays a tenor saxophone.
to be precise.
Yes, exactly. And before I forget, he sadly passed away in 2014. Yeah, but in his defense, my man was born in 1922. He was born in 1822. Lived 196 years.
My question. Okay, so what was he famous before this?
To a degree, yeah. He was one of those guys. He was, you might say, a working actor. He is a journeyman actor.
Take a drink.
But I loved him in this movie. Like, he plays off of everybody so well. And in my mind, call me crazy, but I
Crazy.
think him and the principal are hooking up.
Oh yeah, when they come down during the sock hop together,
Yeah.
they're like, "Dude," they
Yeah,
look like a little
exactly. They
couple.
look like a couple, for sure.
Can I say that I love that there was a female principal in the 50s,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that there was a female shop teacher, like
Yeah.
the
There
mechanics
was
teacher.
the mechanics
Yes.
teacher, yeah.
She all up in there. She even comes to the races like, yeah, that's my boys. We got this shit cracking. Like,
Mm-hmm. I don't expect my boys to let me down,
I'm
and I
not
won't
gonna
let them down either.
Yeah. She was bowdy about
All
her boys.
right. Yeah, she's
Helping
awesome.
them out. She even dances in the back of Grease Lightning. You can see her.
Does she really?
She jumps on top of the desk and she's like doing it with them.
I
Yeah, she's in
love
the
it.
background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She knows. She's down with these guys. She knows they've been stealing parts off of people's cars.
He's like, where'd you get this bumper from?
Your mother's. Well, speaking of our principal, she is played by the
Ooh.
She's beautiful,
beautiful.
right?
I've never seen her young. That's a
Dude.
gorgeous picture of her.
It is Miss Eve
Yeah.
Arden. YouTube, check this out. Eve Arden was absolutely gorgeous.
Stunning.
So she always knew that she was gonna be in showbiz. She dropped out of high school, and
Became a principal?
yes, at 16 years old. No,
She dropped out when she was 16.
She dropped
A
out.
little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, no, she didn't drop out when she was 16. She made her stage debut when she was 16. She might have dropped out even earlier, but
My goodness.
yeah, she grew up in San Francisco.
Yeah, my city.
Yes, I thought you'd like that. But she joined a stock company. I don't know
Okay.
really what that is,
Oh.
but I'm assuming it's like a traveling theater situation. You might know better than I do.
I thought it was something different. Never mind.
It's not Wall Street.
No, I thought it was like a stock player is like someone who's contracted, kind of like in the old days, like you're a stock player as in you are meant to be a background player for Paramount and you're contracted. That's what I
Maybe.
thought, but that's in movie terms. I don't necessarily know what the theater terms would be, but I do know that like when they had
idea.
contracts, you'd get your weekly salary and you would be back up in 4 different movies that is filming at that time
Yeah.
at the studio.
I got you. Yeah, I'm not sure. I will say something very impressive. My girl has not 1 but 2 stars.
On the Walk of Fame?
Yes.
Wow.
How you get two? I thought you had like.
One for television and one for radio.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, so she started as a radio star?
I don't think she started as a
How old
radio
is she?
star.
Later on.
She,
I mean, what year was she born?
she was born in 1908.
Whoa.
Yeah, and she.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dang, she's a lot older than the
The
coach.
principal. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he looks older in the movie.
I mean, back then, drinking and smoking, eating flapjacks
Yeah.
and steaks and stuff. You know how they, the
Whatever.
Food and Drug
Look how
Administration
gorgeous.
lied
Cocaine
to
is
us.
just a hell of a drug.
Well, yes, she got her star on the Walk of Fame. It is at 6329 Hollywood Boulevard.
And where's the other one? Are they right next to each other?
No, he's at 7,000.
No,
No,
her other one.
She got two, you said,
Oh,
right?
I don't know. I think I thought I read something about the other one being at 7014, which is like crazy close to hers.
Okay.
She's been Oscar nominated.
Okay.
She, for some reason, always lied about her age, which would explain why her and the
Some
principal
reason?
looked very similar.
Yeah.
That's because until the last, I'm going to be generous, decade, being a woman over 35 was unappealing.
Yeah.
And you got
Yeah.
pigeonholed into being into small roles as being the mother or the mean grandma or the crotchy lady on the bus or whatever the fuck it is.
Apparently, till the day she died, she would lie about her age.
I'm going to do that.
But she passed away in 1990.
I told
And
you, this
on
might-
her gravestone is where it officially says she was born in 1908.
And
So
she's
she
probably
was-
pissed. She probably told her kids, don't you put my fucking real ass age on that shit.
No, no.
I would. I'd be like, I want this secret to die with me.
That would be funny.
There is talk that Beyonce is not the age that she says she is. That
Shit, I wouldn't be surprised.
so we might not know until she dies.
What's your favorite line of the principals? Principal McGee, to be clear, by the way.
I know you would be happy to all know that I am not judging the dance contest today. And I was
Nice.
like, wow, all happy.
I like her when she throws a joke out there mistakenly. She plays it off very well. When she's making her announcements and she's like, if you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. Then she realizes what she's like, oh shit. For those of you who don't know, she's talking about a jock strap.
Yes. I also, you're right. I like where she's like,
Which one?
what is she? Oh, where she's like, to those mooners out there.
We have pictures.
We have pictures and we have sent it to the FBI or whatever the fuck it is.
They're on the way to Washington.
Washington,
Yeah.
as we speak.
Liar.
And we can identify you without your faces or something like that.
As Putsy's like putting his
Yeah.
coveralls on, he's like,
Yep.
oh, let me hide my ass real
My
quick.
ass. That reminds me of Uncle Buck where he's like, did you guys really brush your teeth or did you just get the toothbrush wet? Because I have a friend in the FBI and if I send it to him, he would tell me if you really brush your teeth. And the girl's like, if that's true, we're going to have to really start brushing our teeth.
The only scene I can remember that sticks out to me with her is when she's giving the end of the speech, the end of the year speech.
That's a good speech.
When Blanche is like playing the little
Knock that
like
shit off.
the interaction between the two of them I've always loved.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cute.
And then like when she ends it and then Blanche starts crying, she's like, "Oh God, don't be so."
Blanche, stop blubbering.
She
And
starts
she starts crying
too.
herself.
I love that scene.
Well, let's talk about a man who makes a very quick appearance. Mr. Ed Burns. That's 2 D's. Ed E-D-D. Ed Burns. So he is Vince Fontaine. Yeah.
Oh, the creeper.
Yes, the creeper, exactly.
You know-
Radio host, Mr. Vince Fontaine. You know, your parents know that I come into your bedroom
My
every
God.
night over KZYZ.
He's like making out with a high schooler.
Uh-huh.
Hardcore.
What
Okay,
I caught Vince Fontaine trying to put aspirin in my
my
Coke
Coke.
at the
At the
dance.
dance, he was dosing a baby.
Oh my
What the
God.
fuck?
When I
Motherfucker.
rewatched this movie, I was like,
Dude,
holy
there's
crap.
so many bad things in this
so
movie.
is this a dirty joke or am I just wrong? but where she's like, my name's Marnie Maraschino, like the
cherry.
cherry. Like
Yeah,
she's a
she's being
virgin.
She's talking like she's a virgin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Just
so.
wondering.
I mean, how many
I don't know. I say that literally when I have
scenes
maraschino cherries.
is there like sentences like that? Like I didn't notice until I was adult that Rizzo, as they stopped the car, she's like, "All right, guys, what do you think this is? A gangbang?"
Yeah. You wish. Yeah, there's a lot of dirty shit.
Yes.
He is very creepy.
Yes, he is.
He is hitting on a 17, 18-year-old, which is gross.
Comes into your parents' bedroom. Every
Yeah.
He comes into your
I was
your
impressed at
parents'
his old ass doing a front flip though. At the end of the hand jive competition, he does a front flip, catches the microphone, he's like,
Oh yeah.
"Oh yeah!"
Yeah. He did a good.
And he drinks perfume. Apparently, I didn't know what the hell that crystal thing was
What's
right
that
before
they
they
spray in
go
his
3, 2,
mouth?
1.
That's not perfume.
like
Whatever.
a mint-
It looks
it's like
like
a
a
mint
perfume sprayer.
No, it's like something for your throat. I don't know what
I'm
it is.
sure it is. It's
but
just
they used to like if you were a singer or performer, you would like spray this and it would help open up your throat.
It wasn't until recently that I realized they were spraying something. I always thought they were just dangling like a crystal in front of his face. I didn't know what the hell it was. Don't judge me. I was like 7 when I first saw this movie.
That's true. We can't be mad at Baby Us. I got this movie, the exact one I was watching this week, DVD, for Christmas when I was little.
Aww.
And it was in my stocking. And my mom and dad would fill up our stockings. And we were allowed to play with all that shit until they woke up. And then we could open real presents. And they would put like a sign on the door and be like, don't wake us up until 8. Like, you know, leave us alone until 8 o'clock. You'd be like, okay, cool. And so when I got that one, I'd be like, fuck yeah. I got like a bag of Oreos. I got the fucking Grease movie.
Nice.
I was downstairs in the living room sweating it out, hand jiving all over the place until they woke up.
Can I just say, like, speaking of childhood memories of this movie, so I probably first saw this movie in 2nd grade when it came out to theaters again. That's probably when I first saw it.
Okay.
And then I don't think I watched it until high school when I got cast into it. I remember like rewatching with my friends, and the song "Hand Jive" came on.
Can you guys all do the hand jive?
Yes.
I can't remind me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we all
got
got it.
it.
Okay,
Got it. Got
We
it.
got it. We got it. If you can't see us, we got it.
I'm watching it with my friends, and I
Subscribe to
just made a
YouTube,
comment,
bitches.
and I'm like, I can't believe they made a song singing about hand jobs.
Oh my god!
How can you hand job, baby?
That's what I thought they were saying, and like ever
yeah.
since 2nd grade, I thought they were singing about hand jobs.
You know what a hand job was in 2nd grade, Smash?
Babe!
You advanced.
I have a brother who is 9 years older than me. I learned things quickly.
I know damn well he didn't teach you.
Well, no, but like hearing him talk and his friends talk and my older cousins talk, like I hear them talk.
Okay.
I figure it out.
That
But
has never crossed my mind.
The look my friends gave me, they're like, "What? It's hand jive. It's hand jive." And I was
Oh
like,
my
"Oh,
God.
what?"
How can you hand job, baby? You just made the song a lot better for me. Thank you. Thank you. I have another 20 years of like really
I
good.
mean, anyone listening, if any of you thought they were singing about hand jobs,
Please write in so
please.
Smashly doesn't feel a fucking alone right
Yeah,
now.
for real, because
she a
she
pervert.
does right now.
She perverted it out.
It's a pervert. I was a 2nd grade pervert.
Okay, well,
Okay.
before we get into the T-Birds and the Pink Ladies, I want to give some honorable mentions to a few people.
Ooh, I got one.
Like Alice Ghostly, we just talked about her, Mrs. Murdoch, the shop teacher.
Oh, yeah. I like her. I like her.
Dodie Goodman plays Blanche. Excuse me.
Oh, the waitress?
Oh, the waitress. Yeah, we got to talk about her. I'll find her in a
who's-
minute.
Oh, Blanche is the
Blanche is the
assistant.
secretary.
Right.
No. Susan Buckner, who plays Patty Simcox.
Welcome to Rydell.
Slut.
I know, she's trying to get with Zuko bad.
She's like, hey. I know she keeps going after Sandy's sloppy seconds because she takes the other jockey dude, too.
Yes, played by none other than Lorenzo Lamas.
Lorenzo.
Tom Chisholm.
nice
You really
name.
put your foot into it this time, Chisholm.
I like that name.
That's
Yeah. So Susan Buckner played Patty Simcox, and just like in the movie, like they all kind of got close behind set and stuff. She always kind of felt a little bit offbeat and a little bit outcast from the Pink Ladies.
Sure.
Even offset, and it wasn't even like on purpose.
I think it was semi on purpose because they talk. Well, no, I watched the 25 years special thing that
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, everybody's trying to get into their character program.
and they were talking about how on set they were calling each other by their names, Frenchie, Sandy, Rizzo, and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
okay.
if
So
they're
yeah, they
calling
already
each other-
associated her as that bitch.
Exactly. She was probably super sweet, and they were just like, to make this feel real, especially if you're a Rizzo, that bitch was probably not happy.
Dude,
I would
Channing was probably.
I would not. I'd be like, bitch, you are not sitting over here at our table. And then after, at the rap party, I'd be like, I was just method acting, girl. I'm so sorry.
Seriously, sometimes you gotta apologize
You have
afterwards.
to apologize.
Sure.
And they do that on a lot of movies. My dude, Mr. Eddie Deason, plays Eugene. I fucking love.
Hi, guys.
I love Eugene. He does such a great job. Excuse me. Annette Charles plays Cha Cha.
Chacha Green Gregorio.
Chacha de
Old ass
Gregorio.
Cha Cha.
That slut.
She's gotta be
Wait.
40. I'm gonna look it up right
Yeah,
now and
please,
find out
how
how
old
old
was
she
she?
is.
Okay, here's the thing. And out of all the cast, they were not young. The youngest person was 19, and the oldest was 35, 34.
Wow.
So, I mean... and
Stockard
everybody-
Channing was 33.
Yeah, everybody in there.
Of the Pink Ladies and the T-Birds, she was the oldest.
And John Travolta was 23.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a nice variety of, ages, but they were not... Only
High
one of
school
them
age.
was high school, and I think that was Marty.
No, Marty was older.
Who was the name?
It wasn't any of the
It was
T-Birds
somebody.
or the Pink Ladies.
But it was there's a big gap in between ages, and literally the only one that could possibly be in high school was a 19-year-old.
Sure. Well, Annette Charles was born in 1948, which means she was approximately 29 when they filmed this.
That's not too old. She
She looks old.
She
I
does
know,
look old.
she
She does
does.
look older than everybody else. I can give you that.
She had that.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe she lived
She got
fast.
that
I don't
rough
know.
life.
She got that rough life.
That rough life shows. to the
Lastly,
fullest.
I will say we have a cameo, Mr. Frankie Avalon.
I was
And I
waiting for
do
that.
like his song.
Oh my god,
Your
yes.
story's set to tell. Teenage ne'er-do-well.
So if you guys don't know who this fool is, he is a big time dude.
Back to the beach.
He is a old time star who starred in a bunch of teen beach movies back in the 50s and 60s. And he was in these movies with Annette Funicello,
Yes, she was.
who was
Yes,
one of
he
the
was. Not bad.
who was one of the original Mickey Mouse Club people
Everyone loved her.
back in the day.
America's
She was
sweetheart.
the star.
Nobody's
of them.
jugs are bigger than Annette's.
Thank you, because that was my next fun fact was that Annette is Annette Funicello's who has big ass chub.
Yeah, and every different
The
movies
jug is
reference Annette's jugs, as they say.
Nobody's jugs are bigger than Annette's.
Like even in Stand By Me, they talk about it. It's like I think Annette's tits are getting bigger.
Yeah.
You can see where the C's are meeting the D's or whatever he
Well,
says.
it is true that her blossoming into a woman was scandalous at the time.
Yeah.
making her Mickey Mouse sweat, like her sweater extra tight. And eventually they had to get rid of her because she wasn't looking as wholesome and young as they wanted it to be.
That's
Whatever.
fucked
She was
up.
looking more teenager, more womanly. I understand.
She
It's against
started
her.
getting some curves and they got
Yeah.
rid of her. That's fucked up.
Hey, but it didn't stop her. She's
Hell
the most
no.
famous one out of that
Yep.
generation of Mickey Mouse people. So, big up to that bitch.
Get it, Annette Funicello.
Get it. She's still alive too, I think.
Yeah.
Is she?
Embrace your
Damn.
curves.
I know he is, and I think she is too. Can I give you, since we're talking about that song, can I give you a fun fact?
For sure.
Okay, so when Frenchie is told to wipe off that angel face and go back to high
school.
by the Teen Angel, they're talking about a makeup brand called Angel Face. That was very, very popular in the 50s, and I had no clue about it. Did you know that?
Not until today.
Yeah, we learned that today.
Yeah, we read about that today.
Yeah, and I was like, oh,
That's crazy though, because we're like we've been singing this song since childhood, and we
Yeah.
don't even know what we're singing.
Yeah.
No.
How many times has that happened? I did,
A lot.
dude. I used to sing nothing but a G thing. I didn't know what the hell I was singing.
I still sing it, and I know what I'm singing, and I shouldn't sing it, but I love that
Wait.
motherfucking song.
Could I just and then
Dude, it's such a bad song.
Dude,
my cousin Ivy, who is
the sweetest person in the
sweetest person-
world.
She's 9 years older than me. She's so naive. I think last time I was visiting her was maybe like 3-4 years ago.
3 years ago.
Playing. Well, I was playing No Datey in her apartment, and she made the comment. She's like, I've always wondered what the term "bag it up" means. I was like,
Oh my god,
Wait, she said
Oh.
bag it up?
bag it up. I like
Yeah.
to bag it up.
Ivy.
And I was like,
Groceries, drugs,
I looked at her. And I was
or
like,
backing that ass up.
so naive.
Ivy. They talking about
Really,
that ass.
real adorable.
I got to bag it up. You've made 2 songs that I love so much today. Funnier by your stories. Thank you.
Okay, well, let's talk about. You want to talk about the T-Birds or the Pink Ladies first?
Can we talk about them in couples, or are
We can
gonna-
do that. I
Ooh.
like that.
What's that?
All
Good
right.
idea.
Well, since my screen is already on it, let's talk about Miss Marty. Since we're talking about women with figures at a young age, Dina Manoff plays Marty.
I love her. When she
she-
gives him Kaneki the penny, she's like, "Here, Kaneki."
something for
She's like, "Oh, put this under his head," and she's all fucking shit up.
Favorite line from Marty? A lock of hair from
From
her
her
chest.
chest.
Okay,
Oh my
well
God,
that's
you
gotta be
stole
the
it.
only one.
She's like, "What did she get her? A
Oh.
lock of hair from her chest." That one, or she's talking about
Hopelessly devoted to each and every one.
Yeah.
All
She's
her
like,
terrific pen pals and
She's
shit.
like, "Wow, all of them, yes." When she tries to walk away, she's like, "Hold on." She sprays the paper, which I used to do to
Did you
my
really?
little letters to boys I liked. I used to spray them.
Yeah.
Babe,
she
did
did
you
it.
write notes and fold them up in
course
fun
I
ways
did.
and
Yeah,
stuff?
into hearts, into stars.
I hope you
Yeah.
guys still do that
They
today,
don't.
children's.
They send
No,
gifts.
they send
Fucking
texts.
gifts and texts and shit. No, I'm telling you, fold up a letter.
Yeah.
Ask your parents. I'm sure they'll teach
That
you how to
was
fold
the
it into a
best.
heart.
Dude,
Getting
on
1,
YouTube
2
it-
in class.
Dude.
That was the best.
Sending footballs across the room. Bah!
You're like, oh my god. I
Do you
can't
like
wait
me?
till I get
Yes,
out of
no,
this
maybe.
class. So I could give him this letter that I answered. Yeah.
I had a friend once ask a girl out through a piece of bubble gum. He actually wrote it inside the wrapper and gave her a piece of gum.
Cute. Cool.
Kind of.
What if I didn't?
I mean, in 6th grade.
Yeah.
It's
I would've,
creative ass shit.
I would have ate the gum and threw the wrapper and fuck away.
What if she didn't see the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
I don't
know,
think I
that
would have
would-
saw it.
That would have totally
I'd
fucked
be like,
it
who
up.
wrote on my gum?
It's not like Willy Wonka where you're looking for the golden ticket.
Sure.
It's like you open the wrapper, eat the gum, and toss that shit. But luckily, she saw the writing.
Yeah.
And she said yes.
Cute.
They're married to this day. I'm kidding. They're not.
Oh, I was like, oh my god.
That would have been good, though, huh?
No, it just makes me feel like I missed my chance in 6th grade to find my lover. Damn. But yeah, I would say, where she says her name, Marty Maraschino. I like the cherry.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Well, she's still working. She's a tiny little thing. She's 5 feet 4 inches tall.
She's not blonde like I thought she would be.
No. But she's not blonde in the movie. She's a
She's like
brunette.
dirty blonde.
She dirty blonde.
Oh, yeah. She's got kind of like that bleach
She
look
has
a
like the
little bit,
lightest hair besides Frenchie.
besides Frenchie. Well, her biggest TV thing, she did 39 episodes of State of Grace in the early 2000s.
Okay.
She's got 44 TV shows, I don't know how many movies.
She just
but
be out there.
yeah, she's still doing it. She's
great.
63 years old, so Dina, keep doing you. We
Oh
love
my
you.
God. She was in Child's Play.
She was in Child's Play, yes.
That's right. You guys, the new Child's Play is coming out soon. It looks very good. I know that you guys aren't scary movie people, but I am. And
2 things that scare me. Clowns and dolls. Because
it's
of
not a
child.
clown. It's just a red-headed doll.
It's a doll. It's still a doll.
True. But yeah, she's still out there. I don't have any fun facts about her. I kind of just did general fun facts, not necessarily fun facts for people. But she did a good job. She had a banging body. She was funny. I liked her.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since we're doing pairs, let's talk about Sunny's ass. In my opinion, the funniest motherfucker of the T-Birds.
Okay, the funniest.
This fool is hilarious.
And the worst, like...
He's a sweetheart at the same time. He is so in love with
witty.
Marty.
Yeah.
Like, that's his girl. He wants Marty, and she's not having it.
She wants
I wouldn't
she's
let
like,
his ass either.
She eventually ends up with him.
That's just because nobody else...
And, I mean, it's kind of that situation of
She
like
got
she
dosed
wants
at
to
the
like
dance.
have her fun and shit,
Right.
and then eventually end up with a nice guy who is Sunny.
But everyone is paired up in the end. Too,
I know.
So.
I feel so bad for him at the dance when she's eyeing Vince Fontaine in the first place.
Well, dude, she
Like
knew...
he even says it. Like, yeah, if you like older guys, and she gives that look like,
I do.
Yeah,
Maybe.
she does.
Well, it's like... I know this would never... I don't know if this would ever happen, but it's like, you know, if Ryan Seacrest came to somebody's school, they already know who Ryan Seacrest is, so as soon as you get there, you're going to be like, I'm trying to get next to him.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like the same thing as in, like, she knew who he was, and as soon as she saw him, she was like, you know, hi, I'm going to hang out by the camera.
I'll give her that. Because, yeah, her and Rizzo go to the dance with Homeboy from the Scorpions,
They
and
didn't
she's
have
not
any
about
dance.
it. She's doing it reluctantly.
Yeah.
They were talking, she talks about, like, we have this big event happening at our school, and we're the only ones without dates.
What about Jody from the Capri Lounge? Get serious. It's
Yeah.
a suggestion. Well, I already called him.
Yeah, and he can't do it.
He's not available. I already stooped that low.
But yeah, he is that loudmouth. Sonny's that loudmouth in school that during assemblies yells the stupid shit that and people giggle at. He's the one that you find in the hallway who's not in class. Man, why are you always out of class? Every time I go to the bathroom, you in the motherfucking hallway. When are you in class?
He's a lovable comedian.
I mean, yeah, principal. I mean, if the principal knows you by name,
Yeah.
you in trouble. Like you one of those kids that are constantly in and out of her fucking doors.
I don't think he's a troublemaker, though. I think he's just, you know, he knows he's never going to be a rocket scientist or anything like that. You know, he's having fun.
Wait, is
in
he the
his
one
youth.
that says that all the teachers? Oh, all the teachers have already failed me.
Yeah.
That's
Everybody's
it, right?
flunked me at least once.
At least once.
Yeah.
That's because he don't try.
I mean, he doesn't try, but at the same time, you know, he's just, you know what he is? He's the lovable loser.
Okay.
You know, he's funny as hell. He's a comic relief. I think he's still working. Yeah, he's in pre-production for a movie called Pink City right now. 73 years old, still killing it.
Damn.
What's your favorite line from Sonny? Let's hear it for the toilet paper.
There you go.
Or
Probably what are you doing? I'm just washing my hands.
what are you doing? Washing my hands.
He puts his glasses back on and rolls.
Where's Sonny? Where's Marty? Don't worry, she's in good hands. Whose?
Or where he's like, don't worry, I'll give you an arm, something.
You got an armed escort to walk
arm-
home with, Luscious.
It's not the arms I'm worried about. It's the hands.
She loves me.
Yeah. He does have some funny lines.
He's so he always looks on the brighter side. He's like he's the glasses half full kind of guy.
Because I look at this and I think, how did the T-Birds friends with like Danny and Kaneki? But I think that they were probably friends in junior high before anybody got fucking cool.
They kind of play like the lackeys. There's like tiers of like coolness between all of them.
Yeah.
And they're just like, they were probably friends in junior high before anybody was cool. And then now they're in high school and you're like, well, I mean, we kicking it this whole time anyway. You guys might as well come along. I bet it was his idea. Like, we should get jackets.
Yeah.
Guys, with our logo on the back. How cool would that be?
Or
The
they're
girls were
like-
like, oh shit, that's cool. We should do it too.
I don't know. Maybe like one of them showed up with a jacket and was like, I'm gonna get that jacket too.
Sure.
Or Kaneki and Danny
Yeah.
went to the store together and bought the same jacket
And
or
then
some
they
shit.
they were like, oh, we gotta get that shit.
Because if I was gonna rank them, I would say in terms of coolness, probably Danny at the top.
Oh
I don't
no,
know.
he is definitely at the top.
I mean, yeah, because like him and Kaneki are right there with each
Yeah.
other.
They are right there, but Danny is definitely the leader
He's
of the group.
he's the ladies' man for
Yeah,
sure.
and Kaneki is his second in charge, and the other ones are
He's
just
almost the
flunkies.
muscle. Then I would put Duty right below that. Then who would you put, Sonny or Putsy? They're kind of like Tweedledum and Tweedledee together.
Well, the director wanted them to do something fun like Three Stooges.
Oh,
like
that's right.
S things. So he like sent them away and was like, y'all come up with some motherfucking shit.
Duty did, right?
They all three of them,
I thought Duty choreographed it.
from the documentary I watched, he just said go off, and they
Oh.
came back and they were like, you guys, we got this, and they did like a little Three Stooges thing at the
They
pep rally.
do.
Yeah.
Like,
And they do all this stupid shit at the pep rally around the fire.
and that they're talking
Dude,
about
was
sex
shit.
right there
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You got to take a drink
They're talking about sex and what?
when
they're
they're doing
doing
that.
the-
Nyakam,
Oh,
nyakam.
okay.
Do a split, give a yell, shake a tit for roll right there. If those you
So
don't know the
dirty.
lyrics,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Can I give you another dirty thing?
fuck yeah.
I don't know where it is in the play, but apparently they talk about using saran wrap as a condom if you don't have a condom.
What?
And so that's why when they're doing Grease Lightning and he jumps down and he has the
He has a
saran
condom
wrap
and he's
he rubs the
shaking
saran
it.
wrap
Oh,
on him and he runs
wow.
around. It's a nod to that.
Dude.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
All right.
Good one, right?
Well, nasties.
Nasty ass.
So many sexual innuendos in this movie.
Nasty.
Never have I ever had to use saran wrap. So
I would not.
I've heard some stories.
I would not. That,
That
feels
dental
uncomfortable.
dam, though. You've seen Booty Call.
I've seen Buddha call.
Plastic wrap in the kitchen.
Oh, that's right. He does use plastic wrap.
No, he doesn't because they don't have any.
doesn't, but
he's like,
they
all right,
talk
I guess
about
we
it."
ain't going downtown. That's all right, baby. He's like, no, because I want you to go downtown. Take your ass to the store. Okay, well, anyway, Didi Khan plays Frenchie. She is adorable.
Yes. She still looks cute.
She's still super cute. I was reading something that she was hiding under the security guard's desk during auditions to get a peek at the script before.
I thought that was
wow.
Rizzo.
No, that was her.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe Rizzo was under there with her. I don't know about that part.
Okay.
But,
then maybe you're right. I don't know.
yeah.
I didn't write it down because there was a lot of shit, like I said.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit in this movie.
But I can see that. You might be right because I have a fact that wouldn't match up if it wasn't. So, yeah.
I got you. Well, Didi Kong, still working as well. I think she's one of the few that actually was in Grease 2. Not everybody came back for Grease 2.
She is definitely in Grease 2, which, okay, so there were supposed to be 3 Greases.
Was it really?
The one that we saw,
Uh-huh.
the second one,
Yeah.
and then there was going to be a third one where they would have the original cast,
Uh-huh.
but older, living it through the 80s and 90s.
No shit.
But because Grease 2 bombed in the
Yeah.
fucking box office,
God damn it.
they canceled the whole shebang bang.
No.
Damn it, Michelle
think-
Pfeiffer.
Cool.
Just
Rider.
kidding, I love her. And she's from Santa Ana.
Cool rider. Got the COOL. Do you ever watch Grease 2?
I blame it on the dude.
Did you watch? Have you watched Grease
I've
2?
watched it many, many years ago.
That's what it's on. Cool
I don't
Rider.
remember him. I remember her.
Cool rider. That's her song.
That's her song?
Yeah,
Okay.
and she's talking about how she wants a dude on a motorcycle, and she's like dancing down the street, and she's like, cool rider.
Nice.
It is not the best,
It's
but it is worth giving it a watch.
if you love Grease, it's worth watching
It's worth.
Grease 2.
Some of the songs are sucky, and some of them are not, and you're like, okay, I see where you guys are going with this.
And I'm pretty sure that's Michelle Pfeiffer's very first movie.
Oh.
Even before Scarface.
She does look really young. And,
Yeah.
God, if you do Scarface, I love that fucking movie.
Fuck yeah.
Grease 2. Scarface.
Okay, well, anyway. You got anything on Didi Khan before we
I
talk
don't.
about my dude, Duty?
Duty.
Do your duty.
Do your duty.
With that booty.
My duty.
Oh my god.
One, I did see, you guys, I saw Shaft, the new Shaft that just came out.
It's already out? Okay, I didn't see it.
It comes out tonight as we speak. And he does say, "It is my duty to please that booty."
Who says it?
Shaft.
Well, which one? It's
Samuel Jackson Shaft.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Good.
'Cause
I was gonna say the
that's
real
one of my
Shaft, but
favorite
it's not
lines
the real
from
Shaft.
his first Shaft.
Mhm.
You
It's
want
his duty.
you want to be held, or you want the LD? What you think?
I want both. Can I get both?
Well, that's what she said. She's like, I want the LD. Then I want to be held.
Yeah, I want to be held. Yeah. What can I
You
do?
all right with that? Yeah.
I guess so.
It's my duty to please that booty.
Okay.
Well,
No, I don't have anything on.
Barry Pearl plays Duty, and like I said, I think he's like third on the totem pole of coolness. Like he's right there, like slightly below Kaneki and Danny. Like he's even sitting with them when what's his name, Putsy, is peeping on the girls, like trying to look under their skirt and shit.
I was going to totally mention that. How I mean, it's funny what you pick up as a kid. Like,
Yeah.
as a kid, I thought it felt wrong for you to say that you could have just a boy and a girl dancing. But it never occurred to me to be upset at some fucking peeper sticking his head underneath girls' skirts and dresses while they're sitting there just trying to enjoy their motherfucking lunch. How awful is that
I remember
shit?
my mom telling me that was kind of a thing back then.
Dude,
that
that
guys
was.
would sneak under the bleachers to look under
Sure
girls'
was.
because
Yeah.
girls didn't really wear jeans back
No.
then. They all wore
Skirts.
skirts.
And you know what? I am totally cool with girls wearing dresses or
yeah.
jeans. But if it was up to me, I wear a dress every motherfucking day. And
Yes.
Fuck jeans and pants.
Yes.
If it was me.
I love that theory. There's nothing
I love that.
But I totally get
beautiful
it.
than a nice sundress.
I'm just
Babe,
saying.
you look gorgeous tonight.
You do. She is so Sandra D.
Some people are so touchy.
It's true.
But yeah, Barry Pearl. What's your favorite line from him? If you're gonna choose one, don't say like a beautiful blonde pineapple.
Well, that's the one.
Oh wait, I forgot. Did we when we talked about what was the other one? Sunny.
Or his trademark thing.
When I'm a nice boy, I do. When I'm a good boy, I do.
Oh yeah.
You still get an allowance?
When I'm a good boy, I do.
Yeah.
He's got some confidence to him.
Yeah.
He's got more. That's I think what separates him
He's
from
the highest of the slackers.
from Sonny and Putsy is he's got a little bit more confidence.
Putsy would be number 2 though, because Putsy be getting it on his dancing.
Yeah.
He's got a chick that actually digs him.
Yeah,
She could.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I still like Sonny.
I know because
Right.
he
That's my
says the
dude.
stupid lines and shit.
I think he has a
He's a teddy bear.
bigger role Putsy does in the Broadway show.
Okay.
And if you notice, he's probably the only one of the T-Birds that can't really dance.
Who?
Sonny.
Oh yeah, when they do the Grease Lightning, he can't even do the little stroll. Go. He's like,
Yeah. And then if you look closely at the end when they're all singing "We Go Together," he like kind of like just fumbles down out of frame, and then they pan down, and he's just like he's just
"What the
posing
fuck?"
there like he's laying down. He's doing the Burt Reynolds.
Oh, that's a good pose. If you're gonna do it, do it.
I mean, yeah, before Burt Reynolds did it, or maybe he already did it back.
He probably
then.
did it
Yeah.
in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's true. 77. Yeah, for sure.
78.
78.
Well,
30.
when they filmed it.
Oh, true now.
you know.
77.
All right. Well, let's talk about Mr. Kelly Ward then, aka Putsy.
Oh, I have a line already that I like for him.
15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that one too. I like where he's like,
Is that all it takes? Is 15 minutes? No, dude.
dude, like where he's just like, wow, you're a cheap date.
Oh, he
I mean,
puts his foot in his
I
mouth
don't
so
really mean
fast.
it like that.
I understand.
That's
I
what I
always
always
thought you were a
said.
very understanding person.
You're a very
you want
understanding
to go to
person.
the
And
dance
there's
with?
more than you than just that.
Yeah,
All right, I'll take it.
yeah, she's like, my
Fucking
mom's
jam.
pie is better than this. You wanna go get some?
Fuck yeah.
So only takes 15 minutes. Yeah, I liked him. He is out of the T-Birds. He's the best dancer. Him and Jan at the fucking dance kill
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Next time you guys watch Grease,
Watch
pay
them.
attention to them.
Yeah.
Because they be killing it. She's like doing these crazy like spins, and he's sitting over here. He gets it. And like we were talking about how the other guy during Grease, Lightning, is very stiff and not cool. You look over to him because he's on like the left, and he is fucking with John Travolta all day. Like, yeah, let's do this shit. You want to?
Nice.
I love it. He does a great job.
Which is interesting because that's not really the direction that his career went. He went into voiceover work.
Okay.
Yeah, and not even as an actor, but as a voice director and a
Wow.
casting director.
That's dope.
Yeah, so he worked on like Bolt,
Oh, wow.
Mickey's Adventure in Wonderland. He did Babes in Toyland, not the original one, but the one in '97.
Okay.
You'll love this, babe. All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh,
Talking about Burt Reynolds.
Charlie.
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 Oh, literally, I sing the song to our nieces all the time.
Which one?
Shit, what is it? When you share, when they're all sharing the pizza.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really, really sweet. Tell
If
me that
you
pizza does not go on
share-
forever.
Oh my god, that pizza looks so good.
It really does.
It's so cheesy.
It is
It's
cheesy.
so cheesy.
Aw.
I would say my favorite line of Kelly Ward's in this movie, maybe when he's talking shit to Sonny.
The only thing that hangs
Around
around you, Sonny, are the flies.
Hey, right here, Putsy, all right?
I would want to say Potsy from like Happy Days, right? Isn't that
Oh,
the
yeah,
name?
yeah.
In Happy
Yeah.
Days. That's what I always wanted to
Sunday,
say.
Monday, happy day. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy
They
day.
really played it off each other very well.
They all
They
played
did.
off each other very, very well.
Yeah, it feels like high school talking to some dumbasses. That's what it feels like. I had a fun fact. What was it?
Go ahead.
About Putsy?
About Putsy?
Kind
Or about Jan?
about Happy Days.
Oh, okay.
Well, shit.
So
About Fonzie?
Hey.
Ah, I knew it.
So Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler.
The Fonz.
The Fonz. Eee.
He was considered for the role of Danny, but he didn't want to be typecast
Sure.
after doing.
Yeah,
fucking
more
Happy
than
Days for
considered.
a
They like
million
offered
times.
it to him, didn't
Yeah.
They did, but he
Yeah.
turned it down because he was like, "Look, I'm done with this '50s greaser shit."
they? Yeah, and he played freaking the Fonz into like almost his 40s or some shit like that. He was
old on the show.
He was
What?
old on the
He
show.
was. I mean, look how old he is compared to Ron Howard.
Yeah.
They both look the same?
No, I mean Ron Howard's
Now
bald.
they do.
I
Now
wouldn't
they
even
do.
say that. Henry Winkler looks way fucking older.
In the
than-
show, Henry Winkler looks way older.
No, I'm talking about
I mean,
now.
I always. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
now.
now they look the same.
I mean, now
I wouldn't say that.
Henry Winkler's doing Barry. I haven't seen
Yeah.
it recently. Yeah, he's the acting coach in Barry, dude. Oh, but
Well, I see
Happy
him
Days
on
though.
the what's that reality show where it's like old ass motherfuckers traveling the world together. It's like him and Terry Crews.
Oh, I
Not
don't
Terry
know.
Crews.
I was gonna say that's.
Terry
I
Bradshaw.
was gonna say that's a different generation.
George Foreman.
What is this?
William Shatner. They all go on like this.
Is it like Old Hogs or some shit like that?
No, it's like a reality show. All these guys
Okay.
go to like different parts of the world. Like one time they went to like China, one time they went to like Europe, and they just experience different parts of the country together. And it's just a bunch of old guys and one young guy who like is their like assistant, and he makes everything like digitally run for them
Sure.
and shit. And so like he'd be like, "You guys, I found these cool like hostel that we could stay in that's inside of a castle," and like they'll go and do stuff. It's really cute and funny. With a bunch of old ass.
I love old people.
Yeah,
I love
a bunch
watching
of
old
old
people talk shit on the younger
Yeah,
generations,
they're just like we old.
or even on themselves.
I
and
did.
Terry Bradshaw is fucking
When
hilarious.
did he become a great actor?
Who?
Terry Bradshaw.
I mean,
He transitioned from football to acting real smooth.
That's because his personality is just very huge.
He's
and
got a
fun.
nice
Yeah.
personality for
Mhm.
sure.
I'll listen to that dumbass talk about anything. His fucking cul-de-sac hair.
I was sad because like I thought there was a show that I was working on where I thought Henry Winkler was gonna work on it. And there was rumors, and I was. Do you remember Doubt?
I do
when
remember Doubt.
Michael
Lerner?
Lerner got recasted.
Yes.
there was rumors that Henry Winkler was going to come in.
Oh, that would have
do
been
that part.
cool.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
And I was getting so excited because I thought I was going to meet him. But ended up being someone else, which he did great at the part.
But he wasn't the motherfucking Fonz.
Yeah. For those of you who don't
So
know,
close.
Michael Lerner, we talked about him before. He plays Bugsy Calhoun in Harlem Nights.
That's right.
It's a fucking setup.
That's right.
I want you to cut his neck from here.
I already shared my Hollywood Close
here.
Encounters about him.
Okay, well,
You did, but you got another one because you're on here again today.
boy.
So
we're talking about pairs. So since we talked about Duty, we got to talk about Jamie. Oh, no, we talked about Putsy.
Yep.
We talked about Jamie Donnelly, who plays Jan.
brush up, in a new antenna. Brush up,
flavor. It's handy for your teeth. Do I have your toothpaste?
When my friend Jeremy and I would watch that part, he would rewind when she gets hit in the face with the
Because
pillow.
she's like,
Oh.
the noise she makes is very funny.
Yes.
It is funny, really.
So I'm assuming you guys know what Marty is doing while
She's
they're
doing
singing
her
it.
boob exercises.
Yes.
She's doing her boob workouts.
Guys, if you don't know, that's what she's like.
She's
this,
doing this.
and it's
And she's going like this.
Working
Working her boob muscles.
Yeah.
Building up her boobs.
Selena would always sing the same song when that part would come on. She's like, I must increase my bust.
I would sing like I want to decrease my bust. That would be mine.
I don't know what that feels like.
I would give you some of my black titties.
Y'all are
Could.
both beautiful just the way you are. Stop it.
He has to say that.
And Jan, so are you. I truly believe it. It's not the drunk talking. Or we just saw a movie recently, Wine Country.
Oh,
by
yes.
the great, wonderful, beautiful Tina Fey.
Tina Fey.
Movie was
Well,
very-
among other people, but Tina Fey is in it.
Amy Poehler, Maya
Yeah.
Rudolph.
And she talks about being drunk. And she's like, don't worry. If somebody says something while you're drunk, they've probably been thinking it for a very long time.
Yes.
Yep.
The truth comes out when you're
Truth
drunk.
comes out.
It's just
You wanna know the
sober
truth?
thoughts.
Do you want to know my drunk truth?
What?
I fucking love you guys. I fucking love you guys.
Aww.
That's the drunk people I like. The ones who are like, I love you.
The loving ones.
This is
Lovable
almost like a
ones.
dessert wine.
It says right here, a dessert wine with her fucking Twinkies.
Anybody want a Twinkie?
That would
Love
have
her.
totally been me though. Be like, anybody want any Oreos?
She's a hungry girl. And it's not like she's fat. She's not
No.
fat by
No.
any means.
She's the same size as me.
She likes them food though. She
Yeah.
like digs into Marty's macaroni. She's eating the apple that what's her name sat on. Patty Simcoe.
That's my apple,
I'm gonna
bitch.
eat that bitch.
Get your booty
I
on
don't
my
care if you
apple.
sat on it. I'm still eating it.
She cool. I like her.
Yes.
Something that I was reading about. So if you notice now, she has white hair. She's so cute.
She's adorable.
She's so freaking cute.
I haven't
even
seen
now.
her on anything. I don't think.
She's been working.
Well, I do have to. Street Food Cinema. They do outdoor movies. I think it was last year they were doing an outdoor movie screening of Grease.
Oh, it's coming back
And
around, right?
It's coming back around.
They almost do that every year.
Yeah, they almost do it every year, but we were going to try to go last year, but I think something came up because they were doing something special where it was like they
The
were kind
movie?
of they were kind of making it like a sock hop event. So like
That's
for
right.
people to dress up and they were going to have like a sock hop dance before the movie. And they had her on as a special guest to talk about like herself and the fun facts before the movie.
That's really
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, I remember reading that she was going to be a special guest.
And she didn't do a lot of movies, but she did some good ones. Like
Like?
something we just watched last week. She was in Can't Hardly Wait. She was one of the teachers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love Can't Hardly Wait.
She did Black Mass with Johnny Depp. I think she plays like his mom or something like that.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Black Mass was, I mean, Johnny Depp has been missing, but that was a pretty good one.
That was
for
a
him.
good one for him,
For
for
him.
sure.
Yeah.
And she hasn't done too many TV shows either, but she did do recently All Downhill From Here. She worked on Veep and like Ray Donovan and stuff. So she's still working. And
yeah.
strangely enough, I don't know if she like started working again and like took a break to like raise kids or something.
Maybe. That's
But
great.
she doesn't have a lot of titles.
That's
And I think that's what it is because there's like a big gap
Mm-hmm.
between when she was working in the 70s and then all of a sudden in like 2002, she started working again.
Yeah.
She's like, maybe I miss acting. I want to do it again.
Sure. Oh, that's
So
awesome.
big ups to Jamie,
Yeah.
aka Jan.
I was telling Zenobia that if I wanted to pick a part to play in this musical, it would be Jan. I'd want to play
Jan.
that part.
Yeah, that's a fun
And
one.
Zenobia's part that she would want to play.
It's Rizzo, baby.
Of
How could you
course.
not know? Sarcastic bitch. That girl. I say we need to get our money together, put it on our own production where we can cast ourselves.
Sure.
Who do you want to be?
Who
I'll
would you want
film
to
this
be?
shit. I'm getting
Who would
Oh,
you?
there we go.
No, but who would you
Yeah,
want to
who
be
you-
if
who
you
you
could?
gonna
If
be?
you could play a part?
If I could play a part, I would probably want to play Danny, but
look the part,
I would
yeah.
want to play the theater Danny. I wouldn't want to play John Travolta's Danny,
Sure.
where he like steals songs from Kaneki and shit.
Ooh, called him
Are we gonna get to that right? Are we getting there right now?
I
Is
mean,
that what-
technically,
is that what
Jeff
we're-
Conaway is
It's
next on my
Kaneki.
list, so we can talk about Kaneki right now. I love
So
Kaneki.
go ahead.
I would also want to play Kaneki. I'll take either one.
In the Broadway show, he's more significant.
So go ahead and talk about this song because I feel the heat coming off of you.
Yes.
There's no heat coming
I
off
felt
of
it
me.
coming
Oh.
off of you last week.
Temperature.
I think he was the heat off of me bouncing off of.
Oh,
I'm heated that.
You're angry about it?
Yes.
Speak on it, babe.
I'm angry that John Travolta was just like, oh,
Don't go to bed angry.
I like
Say
that
it.
song. I like that song, and I want to sing
Yeah,
it.
he used. Yeah, so John Travolta kind of used his star power.
Yeah.
To say, I want to be the one that sings "Grease Lightning." That's
We-
originally Kaneki's song.
Yes.
We semi touched on this last week
Mm-hmm.
during Dreamgirls because we were talking about how Whitney Houston was slated to be Dina in like a 1980s version of Dreamgirls, but the whole thing fell through because she was like, "Well, I want, and I'm telling you," and it wouldn't have worked for the storyline. Changing up Grease Lightning, it didn't hurt the story.
It didn't hurt the story.
I do think that it did fuck up Jeff's chance to show his talent. Even
Yeah.
though, I mean, like, it's not like,
Because he didn't even get one song.
He didn't get
He
one
didn't
song.
get one song. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, but can he sing? I don't know.
We don't know.
Because he didn't
And
get
we'll
his
never
song.
know.
Yeah, no. And so he kind of got the shaft for it.
Yeah.
John Travolta asked if he could have the song. Not asked, but
He didn't.
He kind of demanded that he wanted the song.
Yeah, and then they asked
Before,
Jeff Conway if it was okay.
and he
Well,
said
what is he gonna
no.
sing?
He said no.
Okay.
He said no.
I think they had to like offer him more money or
They
something.
probably
Fine.
added one
Fine.
more zero, and he was like, "Hey,
Fine, I guess so.
Because it wasn't like he wasn't a big name himself. He was already on TV, playing a character on Taxi.
Yes, he was.
So he was on TV all the time. Next to who was else on Taxi?
Oh, Christopher Lloyd,
Oh yeah,
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Wasn't Woody Harrelson in that too?
No, that's Cheers.
I know he's in Cheers. I thought he was in both.
Who was the dude? The man on the moon.
Oh,
Oh,
I can't remember his name right now.
Drunk Memories. That's your
Exactly.
That's what
That's
this show
exactly
should be
what
called. Like,
it is.
Drunk Memories.
Drunk movie memories. All right, we're officially changing the name.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh, that's cute, babe. Let's put a smile on.
So,
Well,
like, okay. Well,
go ahead.
There was a lot that went on with Jeff. I got some fun facts on this
For
fool
sure.
with this story of him being on here. So first off, when he was filming Grease Lightning, the song that got jacked for him, Jeff was accidentally dropped.
Yes,
and
he was.
He hurt his back
Fucked
on
up.
this set.
Yeah.
So when he was dropped and he hurt his back, he started taking pain pills.
Yeah.
who
Painkillers.
dropped him? John Travolta? Just kidding.
Fuck you, John Travolta,
That's-
dropping people.
Let's not make him out to be a villain.
No, he's
John
he's
Travolta,
not
we
a
still
villain.
love you.
This is our second John Travolta movie.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's cool. So he started taking painkillers, and this eventually grew into him abusing
No.
medication.
Yeah.
So, like, my later memories of him is him on, like, Dr. Drew's Celebrity Rehab, where he was, like, looking like he was dying because he just could not kick the habit of doing whatever drug it was and drinking and all that shit that he constantly did, which killed his career.
Yeah, it did.
So this movie built his career up and also killed his
Killed
career
it.
at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just super awful, and he died in 2011 at the age of 60.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for that.
A drug overdose, if I'm not mistaken.
If I'm not mistaken, it is, or it was something to have to do with you taking drugs for too goddamn long and your body's just like giving up.
Yeah.
He was 6'1.5".
Oh yeah,
And John Travolta
Dude.
is 6'2".
He's still taller than him.
So he had to slouch and kind of come up with angles so that he would be shorter than John Travolta.
He's already technically half an inch shorter. I don't see the problem with them just
I don't
walking
see the
side by
problem.
side.
I would just give lifts in John Travolta's shoes.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I would just give him lifts.
Poor
so he would be a little
Jeff.
taller.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the shaft in this movie.
Yes.
Not only did this movie cause an injury that snowballed into an addiction.
I will say this. He is one of the most relaxed actors in this movie. Like, everything that he says, you really, really believe it. You know, like when he's asking Danny how was the action at the beach, to him coming up and like burping in their faces. How you doing, Zoka? Nice. And like I believe him when he's angry and Rizzo storms out. It's like, Rizzo, I want to talk to you now. You know, he's a good fucking actor.
He was good.
Very good actor.
He was fun and memorable. Like the scene where he asked
Danny to be his second. My heart goes out to him.
They're like, yeah, and they like kind of hug, and then they're like, oh yeah, you know, yeah. And they fix their hair and they kind of walk off.
So cute.
That was his idea. It was his idea to like. He was like, in this scene, I want like me asking you to do this. It's very emotional and very like
it's difficult for him.
For me to come out and ask you this. That like I kind of want to just like hug you afterwards, but we're high schoolers and high school dudes don't hug.
They don't hug.
So we should like kind of like somehow make it into a hug and then like immediately be like, oh shit, yeah, thank you, you know, yeah, cool.
Yeah, and they did that really,
and they did
really
it
well.
really good where it felt real.
Yeah.
And then you look at the rest of the T-Birds looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? How
many times do they give each other looks like that?
Yeah.
'Cause there's that time. There's the time when Sandy first reconnects with Danny.
And he looks back and he's like, yeah.
There's the time when they're at the malt shop and they're like, or Sandy's like, my parents want to invite you over for tea on Sunday.
And
Do you want to come? They're like,
I don't like tea.
Do you? Like, immediately, all eyes are on Danny.
Well, you don't have to have tea. Well, I don't like parents.
I don't even like parents. But, like, even, you're right. Like, when he's talking about, you know, he even refers to the movie that they were watching at the drive-in. Remember when we were watching the movie last night at the drive-in? And the guy
had like
his best friend, he was like his lieutenant, like his second. Like, I thought that, you know, maybe you'd be my second at Thunder Road. Like, he does that really, really well.
Yep.
That's really...
I agree.
It's a damn shame. Jeff Conway,
yeah,
you were a great actor.
Your talent was...
Yeah, very, very talented, and we're going to miss you.
Yes.
Last thing I'm going to say about him before I forget is he had such a crush.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he did. On Sandy, Miss Olivia Newton-John.
Newton-John.
So much so that he like couldn't like speak around her.
And eventually married her fucking sister,
He
y'all.
married her sister.
Didn't know
Straight up
that.
second fiddle.
Yeah, he was like, oh,
I mean,
I
won't say
bitch.
that. I don't know her sister, and I'm sure she's beautiful and wonderful in her own
doubt
way.
they stayed together because
I don't know.
it's hard to stay with a drug addict.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was him.
All right, well, it's time to talk about your girl, Miss Stalker Channing.
At first I thought you were talking about Olivia Newton-John.
No. We got.
I guess she is my girl, but
I went with Jeff Conway first because I know how much you love Rizzo.
I love me some Rizzo.
You have the floor, shit.
That's the worst thing I could do. She does have that fucking awesome song.
Fucking Patty
I
Simcox,
love
bitch.
her outfits. Her outfits are always on point with her little t-shirts and little short shorts or some pencil skirts.
She's ahead of her time.
Ahead of her time. She didn't give two shits about even her own friends. She'd kick them off a bench just to spread out. She don't care.
That was funny. Well, she
love
did
her.
that to be a bitch.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I like her a lot. Rizzo says that her hickey from Kaniki was really from Jeff. So
yeah, he insisted on that shit.
It's a Hallmark.
He was
card.
like,
Oh my goodness!
I'm putting the hickeys on.
Can you
Stalker
imagine?
Channel.
You're like, okay, fine, just hurry up and do it, and then
Now,
you're like,
did
I
they-
mean,
did they
I've worked with
stop?
actors.
That's no fool.
I've heard of actors who like want to get into the part. If they have a sex scene, if they're supposed to be intimate with each other, they will lock themselves each other in the trailer.
and go
to-
at it.
Well, to get to know each other. Sure.
I mean, Will Smith.
I mean, when
hey,
you
hey,
when they're
Will Smith,
young and like their 20s and stuff,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just an excuse that they use.
Hey, Will Smith, please lock me into a
Your
fucking trailer so we can get to know each other. Okay? Yes. Please. Anybody who knows Will Smith? I'll go into like
One
a little janitor closet. I don't care.
Anywhere.
Hey, Superman chases in a telephone booth. You don't need that much room.
I don't need that much room at
To
all.
quote the great D.L. Hughley.
I don't need that at all.
What movie's that from? Soul Plane. Yeah, I think I know where this brother's sitting. He gives him a $100 bill. Yeah, those are real hickeys.
From
From
Kaneki.
Kaneki. Cheer up. A hickey from Kaneki is like a Hallmark card.
It
You only
cares.
care enough to send the very best.
I know. At first she's like, fine, go ahead and give me this hickey. And then she's like, hey, you missed a spot over here.
Right? I got so many hickeys, people would think I'm a leopard.
Like, I'm a level.
Well, my girl was nominated for an Oscar. Best performance.
In
6 Degrees of Separation.
with
Your boy.
my boo-boo, Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith's first and only gay kiss on film.
He had an accent in that one, if I'm not mistaken, right?
To be honest with you,
To a degree.
that's not Will Smith's best shit. I don't even own that one. That's how not good he is. Like the first season of Fresh Prince, he's not that good either. You can see him mouthing his lines of other people, and
Really?
Yeah.
I never looked that close.
yeah, you see it like he'll be like ha da 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 say his line, and then like the other like Uncle Phil will say his line, and you can see him like
Oh,
because he
no
memorized the
shit.
entire script. So
Aw.
yeah, so that movie is not his best.
Sure.
That is one of her best. She is bombing that. You're right. She's
Okay.
like this rich lady who takes him in. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, no.
Yeah, it's rare.
I didn't have access to a TV in the 90s.
So you're like, I didn't have cable. I was like, I know, jeez. Stop making me feel bad.
I'll make you feel bad about shit. I'll make you feel good.
It-
Stalker Channing is still working.
She do.
She is doing a TV series that has just been completed. Urban Myths. She's on an episode of that one.
Okay.
And she is filming a movie called Lapham Rising. LAPHAM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Laugh 'em?
But you can't forget one of the movies that me and you definitely motherfucking love.
What?
Tu Wong Fu. Thanks
Yeah.
for everything. Julie
Oh
Newmar.
my god.
Happy Pride Month.
Oh, I can't wait to do that movie.
Such a
That's
good
going to be a
movie.
good one.
She plays a battered wife who takes her life back.
That's right.
I love her in that.
Yes.
If you haven't seen that movie, you need to. Especially if you're part of the Rainbow Flag, you definitely
If
need
you want
to.
to see Wesley Snipes in drag,
Yes.
An ugly ass Wesley Snipes. He is not beautiful. Okay, Wesley, I love
it's
you.
so worth watching.
But it's so worth watching.
Patrick Swayze in drag.
Big ass
he's
Patrick
he's a
Swayze.
pretty ass drag queen.
And a
John
pretty-
Leguizamo is
John
kind of
Leguizamo.
pretty in
He's
that
a
one
pretty
too.
little Latin boy in
Yes.
drag. She is also in one of my favorite movies, The First Wives Club. It's a very small part of the beginning.
Yes.
She is part of their crew.
Love
who
her. And I love that
commits
movie.
suicide. Yes. I know you do because your girl Diane Keaton's in it.
Yes.
So she has been in some big ass shit for us.
Yeah.
Also, Practical Magic.
Yep.
She plays one of the ants, which I love that movie as well. Which we need to do because they have
Yep.
Fucking midnight margaritas,
Midnight
yo.
margaritas.
Absolutely, we're gonna shit. I say we do that one at midnight.
I'm done.
Fuck it,
Ooh.
and
I'm
we'll
totally
do an
down.
Midnight margaritas.
We'll do an Instagram live midnight margaritas for that specific movie.
Okay,
That'll
well
be fun.
then I'm gonna go.
We're gonna have to do a Friday night or some shit.
Then I want you guys to
Saturday.
like take a nap so I can wake you up and be like, midnight margarita. Come on.
But-
I love that movie, by the way. She was in Where the Heart Is, which I also fucking love. She's just been in so many things over the decades
Yeah.
that, like, you've seen her face. You probably didn't realize that was
Yeah. Rizzo.
Rizzo. But yeah, that bitch.
I wouldn't call her a journeyman actress though. She's a star.
She's a star.
Ooh. Do I take it? I'm gonna take it. You said journeyman actor, even though she wasn't one.
Technically, but no, she's a star. And as much as I didn't say that her song is one of my favorite songs in the movie, it is one of my favorite
Fucking
songs.
is.
slaps.
Yes.
I don't care what anyone says.
It's the most heartfelt song
Yes.
in the movie for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
And you feel bad for her. You're like,
Yeah.
dang, all I did was sleep with my boyfriend in high school, like tons and tons of
Yeah.
other people
All
do.
these bitches did.
And all I did was accidentally get pregnant, maybe. And
And she didn't. She skipped a
didn't.
period.
Yeah.
she just was stressed out, and probably her period just came a week later.
But,
But
you
her
know,
homie had to tell everybody in the fucking world.
yeah,
Yeah.
good news travels fast, which was almost one of our drinking
That was
days.
one of ours.
You almost finished your drink when good news traveled fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
that
it
was.
really did.
It did.
Dude,
she
she's
didn't
fucking
even make it to the
walking
car.
down the aisle, and you see these motherfuckers spreading gossip from car to
They're, like,
car to
running, like,
car.
Rizzo's knocked up.
Yeah.
Rizzo got a bun in the oven.
That's such a
That
great
bitch is a
shot.
hoe.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Did
can
you
I-
hear Rizzo got a bun in the oven?
I-
All of a sudden, Kanicki's there, lighting a cigarette,
Yeah.
take a sip.
Yeah.
Hey, Rizzo, I hear you knocked up. Really? You do, huh?
good news travels fast. She turned
I-
around and Marty's barely catching up to her.
I do want to point out that song, There Are Worse Things I Could Do. I want to give my shout out and respect to when they did Grease Live, when Vanessa Hudgens performed that song.
That's true.
When they did perform that song, her father did pass away
He
the
did,
day
the
before
day before.
the performance.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best performance I've seen her do
I'll give you that.
when she sang that song.
She actually did a good Rizzo.
No.
I
Yeah.
did not think that she was going to.
Right? Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I was blown away by the sets and
Yeah.
how big the sets were. How they just constantly did it. Like you buy tickets and wherever your ticket is, you're on that set and you watch only what's on the. It was good.
Yeah.
It was one of the best live ones that I've seen, and they have them every year now.
Yep. I agree.
So, yeah.
It was one of the
It
best
was one of
ones.
the best ones. It was cool.
Vanessa, we'll talk about you on this show one of these days.
Really?
Yeah, she's done some movies.
Like
Sucker Punch.
Beastly. I don't know if we'll do Beastly,
I ain't
but
picking any of these. Y'all ain't picking none. Nah, she ain't gonna be on there. Let's go.
come on, we can dress up
Spring
like Sucker
Breakers.
Punch.
I thought you were gonna say.
Spring, I wouldn't. Not my favorite.
Oh,
Sorry.
she's in this new.
Sorry, James Franco.
Fucking zombie movie with
Is
Bill
she?
Murray and shit.
Oh, no
Alright.
shit.
Yeah, it's like The Dead Never Dies or something.
Yep.
Something like
Saw the previous
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Yep.
it
Yep.
looks really the cast is so stacked on that. It's
Well,
crazy.
she's not in this movie,
She's
so,
not. So let's move it on. Moving
Let's-
on.
Moving
down
on.
to the side.
you guys both fucked up the lyrics.
I'm like really hot now. Let's get
Fish
this
don't
going.
fry in the kitchen. Sorry.
Beans don't burn on the ground.
Yo,
Took a whole lot of trying just to make
get
up that hill. Now we're up in the big league. My dirty, it's my turn at bat. Just kidding. That's the Nelly
I was
version.
about to say.
Olivia Newton-John. I guess we could talk about her. Who's the lead? Technically, there's Danny and there's
Both.
Sandy.
Why can't
They're
they
both
both be the lead?
So we can talk about either one.
Well, we on the bitch. Let's do it. And you know John Travolta. You know John Travolta is the real star of this shit.
You know what? We're gonna talk about John first because we've already talked to him about him
you
before,
right, you
and he
right.
was kind of a diva on this movie, so he's taking a back seat today.
Okay,
Okay.
so all right, this
Sorry,
is,
Big John.
This is why I think that he was a diva.
Okay.
Literally, right before doing Grease,
Mm-hmm.
Saturday Night Fever came out.
Yes.
He is making it big. He was also in his TV show Welcome Back, Carter.
Yes, he was.
So this fool was living his best life.
Sure.
Yes, he was. He was making
When
that money.
it came to starting to work on the rehearsals for Grease, he started it 4 days after finishing Saturday Night Fever.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, yes, queen, like feeling himself coming in
Sure.
here already.
But be humble.
I mean, he's Scientologist. Not humble.
He was one of the youngest one. I mean, there
All
wasn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was Scientology back then, but I don't think he was a part of it.
It was called.
He was
Christian
23.
Science.
He was 23 years old
Yeah.
filming this movie.
I don't know
you
when he joined that cult, but he's been in it for a very long time.
Oh well, damn.
And he, like you said, he wanted his comeuppance. I wonder if he feels bad now. I doubt it. that he feels
John
bad.
Travolta, if you're listening.
John, I mean, I'm not hating on you.
John,
No.
you listening?
I,
John, you
I mean,
killed it in
now
Broken
that you-
Arrow and Face Off.
Face Off.
and in
That'll
Ha-
definitely be on here.
Sure.
I fucking love
Sure.
Face Off.
Face
That's
Off
one
is
of
a
my
hell of a
favorites.
movie. You good
But
looking.
seeing the life that Jeff lived,
Yeah.
do you feel bad now?
I mean, nobody
like-
could have predicted that was going to happen. And no, he was looking out for himself. My dude has an Oscar nomination and a Razzie nomination.
Most of our favorite actors have Razzies.
Most of our favorite actors have
Will has
Razzies.
several Razzies. Okay, I'm not even gonna front. So John Travolta. This is another Paramount movie. It's our second one this month. Dreamgirls was also one. Remember?
You're right, yeah.
So this movie was part of Travolta's 3-picture deal with Paramount.
Oh, okay.
So he did Grease, he did Saturday Night Fever, and he did Urban Cowboy, which also was a huge hit for him.
It was a huge
He-
hit. Dude, he was killing
He was
it in the
killing
late
in the
70s.
He was killing
Late
it.
70s, he was on the level.
Urban Cowboy made white people feel like they could be cowboys, even though they lived in the city. They went to like line dancing country clubs, and they would ride the bull and wear the fucking hats and the jeans and shit. And it's all because of John Travolta.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand him feeling himself because his clout for, things to do, like, it changed everything.
Yeah. Not only that, he was nominated for Saturday Night Fever.
For, really?
Yeah. Best actor in a leading role. He was nominated for an Oscar.
Not that I don't love that movie, because, I love disco and I
Yeah.
love dancing.
He's got 2 Oscar nominations.
But I don't
Saturday
think
Night
that-
Fever
I'm glad he
and
didn't
Pulp
win.
Fiction.
Okay.
I'm still glad he didn't win for either one of those.
I mean, he was very, very young. Very early on in his career.
I mean, even Pulp Fiction, he's not that young. It's the mid-90s.
No, we're talking about Saturday Night Fever.
I understand
77.
I'm just saying, I don't think I've ever said, like, John Travolta, you deserve an Oscar.
Sure.
Maybe Face Off, because he had to play a character that was already played by somebody else
That's
in the same
true.
exact movie.
Yeah.
Him
So-
and Nick Cage did a hell of a
So
job
I
in the
would
movie,
totally
playing 2 people.
Yeah, I would totally understand that. But every other thing that I've ever seen him in, I've never been like,
You
yeah,
should get an
John,
award. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
give me one.
Look who's talking. I couldn't get it
Look
out.
who's
I'm sorry.
1, 2, and 3.
Really?
I love it so much.
No. I mean, like, I love those movies. But
I know.
I'm not
just
gonna
kidding.
knock you because those movies fucking
I'm
slap.
just kidding.
I'm not gonna
But
knock it.
hey, how many John Travolta movies do you absolutely love, though?
A lot.
A lot.
I
Yes.
do like a lot
Yes.
of his movies.
I like a lot.
I
of
also
them.
like Savage.
Okay, Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3. I like him in that
Ooh,
movie.
that's right, and he's the
Dude,
bad guy in
even
that.
when he dies and he's like, "You're my goddamn hero," shoots him in the chest. Denzel shoots him in the chest, and he thanks him.
I mean,
And the way he did it, it's like, that shit hurt,
he does have a
but he thanked him anyway because like he's not going to jail. But yeah. Hairspray? Come on. No, I'm kidding. I've never seen it.
No.
I've never seen it. Mostly because she don't want to watch it. It's not the original.
It's not the original.
Ricky Lake will always
Well, it's not the
be.
original, and I love how the soundtrack is Broadway version.
It's okay. It's okay.
Broadway version.
Bring it back. Bring
Hold
it back.
on.
It's okay.
Hold on. Yes, it is not the original movie, but the original movie is not a musical.
I know.
Okay? Have you seen the play of
Yes,
Hairspray?
yes, I've seen it in New York.
Then
Yes.
bitch, watch the movie. It is real good for
I
that.
started it.
Because I mean, no, I haven't seen it on the Broadway, but I saw it fucking Pantages here.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know. I love the musical. I love the music. I started the movie and I couldn't finish it because I do not like Amanda Bynes in the movie.
Ah.
John Travolta was not my favorite in the movie.
Well,
But
we gotta finish it
her-
better. So she has agreed to do Waiting to Exhale. I watched Dreamgirls.
You did.
You gotta watch Hairspray.
Alright.
Wait, why wouldn't I do Waiting to Exhale?
Because Kevin Costner. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant The Bodyguard.
Oh, there we go. there we go.
Bodyguard.
I was like, why wouldn't I do that movie?
The
It's
other
the
Whitney Houston movie. My fault.
sick ass black bitch. I have agreed to do The Bodyguard. Yes.
Well, Olivia Newton-John, it is time.
It's just
It is time.
Because she's the one that I want.
they all I wanna
Aww.
honey.
The one that I want.
You are the one I want.
Do you think at the time she just couldn't do an English accent?
I don't know.
So she is
Or maybe they
not
liked her accent.
an actor. She is a pop singer
Yes.
from Australia. So she did a movie in England years before this, and it was trash. Apparently, it was like one of the worst things that ever, and it kind of took her out of wanting to pursue acting.
Yeah.
So she, when they came to her and was like, "We want you to be Sandy," she insisted that they test her on her, do a screen test for her because
that's
she
right.
didn't think that she could do it.
That's right. Yeah.
So-
they did. What did they see? The drive-in, right?
I did not watch any of her.
Well,
I
the screen
should've.
test.
I did. I should have
I'm pretty
watched.
sure
it.
they did the screen test for the drive-in
What-
specifically.
Oh, you're right. I think you're right. But she did the screen test, and then she realized that she personally could do her shit, and she was in this movie. This is the biggest movie of her career, but she also has another cult classic called Xanadu.
Never seen it.
Xanadu. Xanadu. You know I love the 70s. I love disco. I love skating. Xanadu.
Xanadu.
That's Xanadu. And she does a good job in that.
Yeah.
I think that she just didn't want to do the accent because I think they were trying to cash in on her pop star status.
Sure.
So they changed the background of where Sandy is originally from. She's supposed to be an all-American, blonde-ass, white-ass bitch. And they were like, you know what? We're just going to change it. And your dad is an Aussie.
That was a change
Yeah.
of plans.
Yeah.
And,
For the
you know,
movie.
For the movie.
Yeah.
So that's
Sandy?
fine.
What are you doing here? I thought you were going back to Australia.
It's a change of plan.
Well, that's cool, baby.
That's cool,
You know
baby.
it is.
Rockin',
Rocking, rolling,
rollin'.
and whatnot.
So yeah, that's a little bit of how she got on to this shit. But do you want me to give you about those black pants you were talking about?
Fuck yeah. Oh, we finally get to hear the story. Yes. Ooh, yeah.
So
Here we go.
Those black pants that Sandy wears at the end of the movie, when she becomes bad Sandy 2, she those are actual vintage pants from the 50s.
Okay.
And she put them on, and the zipper was broken. Now, this, to me, I would have been like, these are perfect. All I need you to do is put a new zipper in this, because I...
Sure.
But instead of doing that, they sewed the bitch into the pants. So she was...
She gotta be a bitch, though.
I'm sorry. I do say it a lot.
I mean, you don't know, like, you don't know when they put the pants on, like, if they were rushing, if they were waiting.
Yeah, you never know.
You
Dude, that's
sometimes
so
you gotta
fucked up.
sew
Waiting
it
on
last
camera.
minute.
Waiting on
So-
lighting.
They
Wait,
sewed her
lighting
in-
and camera ready? Okay, we're waiting on wardrobe. Wardrobe, get your ass out
Yeah.
here. Why do they gotta yell at wardrobe? We've been waiting for camera for 30 minutes. What
And
the
I'm not
fuck?
going to sew her into pants if you ain't ready. I'm going to let her pee.
These things don't breathe.
So, the degrees outside
Yeah.
for filming this was
Yeah.
106.
Shit.
So this means that she had to watch what she ate and what
Cruel
she drank
summer.
Sure.
because she couldn't get out of those goddamn pants.
Yeah.
She made it through apparently without pissing on herself. That's a win. I would have peed on myself definitely.
Right?
But she kept those pants.
Yeah, she still has
She
them.
still got
Oh,
them.
can she?
But she has never, ever put them back on. So I don't know if she can fit them or not. I doubt it. But
I mean, it's more memorabilia
We'll see.
than
Yeah.
anything.
But
yeah.
I'm sure Mark
But-
Wahlberg hasn't worn the dildo
But-
from Boogie Nights since the movie.
it is.
You gotta
it's-
ask his wife.
It's in a museum somewhere.
No, it's
No,
in his
he
house.
has
He's
it.
got it.
Yeah. We talked about that in the Boogie Nights.
13 inches.
But like Rita Moreno did, she wore her dress. She wore the same dress she wore to the Oscars.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Yeah.
That was
It's
so,
iconic.
so cute of her to do.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
She did another movie with John Travolta, though. Face Off.
I didn't know she was in that.
She's not. She sings Over the Rainbow.
Oh, that's her singing?
That's her singing Over the Rainbow when they
Oh,
put the
when they put the
headphones
headphones on the
on.
kid.
Oh my
song.
goodness.
That's a beautiful,
It
beautiful scene.
really
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Of the gunfire around like a
Dude,
child
gunfire
listening
everywhere
to
and
such a
all you
beautiful...
hear is Over the Rainbow.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
So freaking...
Brilliant.
Probably her biggest song, other than any song from Greece,
Mm-hmm.
to come over here to America is "Let's Get physical.
Physical.
I wanna get physical. All right, let's move on. But I love her.
Yeah.
Move
Oh, wait,
on.
we're
I'm
done.
I mean, like,
Well, we're
speaking
done.
of the weather, though, I want to bring up, because you mentioned 3 high schools.
Yeah.
Cruel.
Well, I also
Cruel
read...
summer.
Well, I also read that they filmed at Highland Park High School.
I don't know if they filmed at Highland Park High School.
It was...
I wouldn't be surprised. They did multiple
Well,
locations
that's where
for
they
sure.
filmed the school dance.
I got
okay.
something on
Yeah,
school dance.
and
You want to
this-
hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the school dance, they filmed all the school scenes, obviously, this whole thing during the summer. Because that's when
Yes.
schools are
School was
out.
out. Oh.
We talked about this during Heather's when they took over a school and filmed it.
Yeah, and I wanted to bring up the weather.
Dude.
So,
Summer.
Hot.
it was summertime, and
Yeah.
this school did not have AC
No.
in that gym. So it was stifling hot.
Yeah.
Not only that, they had to close the,
The
doors
windows.
for,
The windows, the doors.
for lighting.
Well,
lighting.
not only for that, but okay, so they did
For sound and everything.
well, they did the school dance in that gym in 5 days.
Yeah.
It was 5 days of dancing and singing and blah blah blah.
Fuck, dude.
It'll
But-
make anybody hot.
They
Yeah.
could have left the windows open, but the reason why they closed them was because that school was next to like a meat
plant.
plant.
That's right.
So the
It's a-
smell coming in, like in the heat in the summer into that gym, and when they're already like
Dude,
sweating,
that's
like
just-
they're
I read that
dancing.
it
That's
smelled
straight
like
up
bacon.
rancid bacon.
Dude, okay, coming from Wisconsin, I have
Yeah.
been to a slaughter farm, and I know that
Field
smell.
trip or what?
No,
Why?
my dad owns a 1963 Stingray, and that's where he stores it.
At somebody's
At
slaughterhouse.
someone's slaughterhouse. It's
Really?
like, yes. I remember
John.
he
The
like
fuck?
he went to pick up his Stingray, and we pulled up into this farm, and I remember the smell, and then I remember hearing the pigs. Hearing them.
Okay.
And I didn't know it was a slaughterhouse. And then I asked my dad about it later because I was like, wow, that place, like the smell, like I've never smelt that
He's like,
in
girl,
a
that's where
farm.
the bacon come from.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, it's a slaughterhouse. And I was like,
poach
what
ass.
the fuck?
That's where the piggies died.
It was really bad.
That's where Babe is gone.
So I know that smell.
That's fucked up.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
so them filming in this hot, stanky ass gym made a lot of people suffer from heat stroke.
Yes.
Yep.
And so they had to be escorted
One
out
of
of
the
the gyms.
one of the T-birds had to be taken to the hospital.
Yeah, because it was too much. We don't play over here in SoCal. It gets hot as hell during the
It
summer.
gets hot
This week alone, we've already had like 107. It's just
That's just
nutso.
crazy.
Yeah.
already. Shit, it's barely June. Last location that I do remember is Thunder Road. It
With
is.
the lightning
It is
strikes.
unmistakable. Even today, you can tell that it's filmed between the First
Yeah.
Street and the 4th Street Bridge
Yes.
over the LA River below downtown.
Yes.
Can I give
Like
you a fun
nowadays,
fact?
there's buildings everywhere.
Yeah.
But back then, you could see clear as day.
Yes. You guys, LA has a river and it has no water in it, and that's where they filmed it.
No water.
I've never seen it have more water than what you saw in that movie in my fucking life. Okay? So, I mean, sometimes when it really, really rains, but that is like very few and far.
It was a natural river at one point, but you know
I
how
don't know.
shit gets built up around here?
So, like he said, the car race at Thunder Road was at the LA River, and that water that you see is stagnant, dirty ass, dangerous water.
Nasty ass
Sitting
water.
there. And people in the cast literally got sick from being down there.
I believe it.
Because that water don't go nowhere.
That's
And I
why
was
Sandra's prissy ass is up there on high.
Yeah.
I was telling you guys earlier that in the movie they don't mention the location that they're in. They don't
Yeah,
mention
they
that
never
they're in
technically
California.
say that they're
So,
in California or Los Angeles or
Me
anything.
coming from Wisconsin as a kid, I thought it was like a small town. But you guys growing up in California, seeing
knew exactly where it was.
seeing the LA River, like, oh, it's in California. Like, I never knew that.
Just
I
you
didn't-
see palm trees. Anytime I see palm trees, I assume it's here. And then seeing the LA River, like as a kid, I used to go past the river and be like, "This is where Greece is." Let me give you. I'm just gonna hit you with some fun facts real quick,
Sure.
rapid fast. You ready?
Only
Okay.
the
So, You're the One That I Want was shot in one day. Boom.
nice.
One afternoon was shot. Here's a funny
Los
person
Feliz.
who was supposed to.
Oh, wait, no,
yes.
just kidding.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry.
The one person who was supposed to be Rizzo. It's a very funny story. So Lucille Arnaz. Do you know who she is? She was the first choice to play Rizzo,
Oh my
but her
goodness.
mom, Lucille Ball,
Yes.
she called Paramount and she was like, look, I used to own you guys because Paramount ended up buying Desilu Productions, which her and Desi Arnaz owned.
Yes.
And she said, my daughter is not doing a screen test for this movie. And she just yelled at them and said that she didn't want her to do a screen test. I think they just kind of wanted to give it to her or not give it to her. I wasn't sure by what I was reading.
Lucy,
But
what you doing?
she gone. She was a drunk by that time. I read her autobiography, and she was, by the 70s, she was not the Lucy that we know. So the casting director, he remembered seeing Channing and Arnaz in a play together and was like, that bitch would be good. Boom. And took her in.
Perfect.
So that's how we got the
And
Rizzo
she
that we
was.
got. She was a way better Rizzo than anyone I could possibly think of. I think I'm done, y'all.
She done.
Can I point out?
Hit it.
This is kind of sentimental.
Oh, baby.
Of the locations of the movie. So there were some stuff like set builds filmed at Paramount Studios, but most of it was on location, which is awesome.
Hopelessly Devoted is a set. I do know that, and everything else pretty much is on.
Was
set.
on location.
Yeah.
One of the first location I want to point out, which is in the opening of the movie, was Leo Carrillo Beach in Malibu.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where you took me.
Yes, I did. Yes,
That was a Valentine's Day.
Can you guys be any cuter? I'm gonna puke
So
right now.
Leo Carrillo Beach, very sentimental. That's also where they filmed The Karate Kid.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
They filmed the original, not Cobra Kai.
Not Cobra Kai. I said Karate Kid.
And Johnny's
And
an ex-degenerate,
you mentioned it
man.
earlier, Xanadu. That beach is featured in Xanadu.
Xanadu.
Yes. Olivia Newton-John went full circle. And then I would also like to point out that, so Jason and I have a love for Craftsman homes. And the home that Frenchie lives in, where they have the sleepover, where
They
sing.
can't come in here. My folks will flip.
Yes, where they sing Sandra D. So that Craftsman home is in Los Feliz, off
I
of
love that fucking neighborhood. I just
yes,
wanna
off
say,
of
yeah.
Kingswell Avenue. It is still there. It's still there.
We gotta drive by there.
Yeah,
Let's go. Get in the
yeah.
car.
Dude,
Let's
we
get
can
in the
go
car.
after this and
So,
pick
yeah.
up some House of Pie.
Yeah. Ooh, good idea.
Oh, damn. All right, we're out of here. We will see you guys
Kevin
next
Costner.
time.
So that's also another sentimental point. The Craftsman home in Los Feliz, which is the neighborhood we'd like to live in. I also wanted to point out that the infamous drive-in that they always go to, which drive-ins, our first date was at a drive-in theater.
Among many places.
But the drive-in that they filmed in,
Stop being so goddamn cute, you guys. Until you find me someone to be cute with, knock it off.
so at the time, there was a drive-in at Pickwick Drive-In at Burbank.
That's where it is.
Yep, that's the drive-in that they filmed at. But
Wait, it's not there anymore, huh?
No,
It's not there
torn
anymore.
down.
It closed down in
Because I had to drive pretty far to go to the
Yeah,
drive-thru
we all do.
around
Yeah,
here.
exactly. They're like
Oh,
they're
there's one down the street from your house.
No, I said out here.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
there's
if we
one
lived
in
here-
City of Industry.
Yes.
That's
and
where I
then
went.
That's as close as you can get.
That's where I went. And it
just
wasn't
close.
even that nice of a drive-in. It was
No.
kind of, yeah.
I do believe the one that was in Poetic Justice is still up also. So it's
Is
that
the
one.
Swap Me one? In,
I think it's in like Carson or something like
yeah.
that. So
Yeah, I
there's
think
like
you see it's, like,
3
right off the
left. But
But yeah, that drive-in
Got two of those
closed in 1989, the year I was born.
Mm.
But
it's not your fault, babe.
I was literally about to say it was your fault.
but
You
now
closed
now that drive-in is it's a supermarket.
it. Boo. Who needs food?
I mean, we need pie apparently.
All right, well, then you know what time it is.
I know what time it is.
It's time for Z for the people. Ah. All right, I found a really good one, I think. It's called
Hit me with it.
It is called the American Alliance for Theater and Education, aka the AATE. And they work to ensure that every youth person experience the quality of the theater arts.
I like that.
And they and have it involved in their lives, and they have, professional artists and talented artists and educators all together to bring theater to schools and to young children. So we gonna continue with these theaters, these
absolutely,
people, because I believe that the theater, even if you just go or if you're in it and you're just a stage manager or you're a stagehand, it affects you so much and it helps you understand, relate to different people, different personalities, just everything.
It helps you understand the world.
The world, how to work hard.
Keeps you having an open mind. At the very least, you can be an accountant, a lawyer, I don't give a fuck. But if you grew up doing theater, watching theater, you appreciate people from all walks of life, in my opinion. And I wish that I would have early on.
Did you didn't go to plays?
I didn't go.
No,
I did.
In them,
no,
did you
I didn't go to plays. I didn't do any of that stuff. I played sports, which is a great skill set and a great thing that you should do for your kids as well.
Yeah.
However, I've only learned this as an adult, how beneficial it is to expose your children to the arts early on.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have been in love with theater as long as I can kind of remember. Like in elementary school, my mom taking me to theater. I went to a high school theater show of The Music Man, and to me it was like I was going to fucking Broadway. And from that moment on, I was like, I love theater. I want to be in it. I want to see it. I want to be around it constantly. And so my parents, I was very blessed to have parents who were already loving theater, even though they are not actors or anything like that.
Same with my mom.
Just enjoying it and making sure that I enjoyed it. Because I have older brothers, and they did not take them to plays like they took me. They didn't force them to, none of that shit. But my parents saw that, like, oh, Zenobia, this is totally her group of people that she should be around.
And they nurtured that.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mama, Daddy.
Mr. Bracey.
And it's never too late to start.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's never too late to start. I can say that Jason saw his first musical 5 years ago?
Something
4
like
years
that.
ago? It was Jersey Boys.
Yeah.
And I stood in line to get tickets for that shit when it was out here.
That lottery, though?
Yeah. And I did not get that lottery, though. So I haven't never seen it live, but Jelly. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And
that's not to say that my mom didn't expose me to great movies.
Oh,
when I was a child.
Your mom, she knows her shit on the movies. I'll give you that. But it is different when you are going to the arts, the live theater. So that is my So go to aate.com, donate, find out information about this foundation because it sounds fucking cool as fuck. I mean, I'm glad I don't have kids, but if I did, I would be looking into shit like this because it can be a free babysitter and give them a chance to...
Education.
Yes. And that is my Z for the people.
Love it.
I like it very, very much. All right, people. So it is still musical month. We got one more musical for you guys.
I think we got two.
Do we get two? No. Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's on the cusp. It's on the cusp of June, July.
Yeah.
You should.
So, and so we are going to do a little scene from next week's episode. And thank God Ashley is here.
That's why you always ask her, because you don't want to sing.
Because it's not that I don't want to sing, it's that the people don't want me to sing.
People don't want to hear.
Trust me, you guys don't want to.
That's in your head.
You don't want to hear me sing.
You don't, but we going to.
I mean, kind of, not really. Well, okay. But we're gonna do this thing, and thank God I play a waiter in this, so I can actually look at my order.
Your order.
I want you to time out. Because you guys need to send us to Hollywood Calls and Counters, the Lights Camera Cocktail, no S.
No S. Get that S out of here.
At gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at Lights Camera Cocktail Podcast.
Get that YouTube subscription, you guys. I'm telling you, this shit is hilarious to watch. You have no idea what faces I'm making to you right now.
Sure.
Just kidding.
So, yeah. Is that it?
I think that's it.
That's it. All right, let's do this next
week. As far as I know. I mean, we're on all of them. So, Castbox, Spotify, but you're probably already listening to us anyway, so you found us. So, keep listening.
Finding us.
Keep finding us. Exactly.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving us all these hits this month. We're feeling real good.
Mm-hmm. Comment and rate us. Let us know how we're doing. Shit, we listen.
Yep. All right. So,
let's get it.
Let's do it. I kind of don't need it, but I'm scared if I don't look at it, I'm going to fuck it up. So, I'm
it's
gonna
fine.
glance.
Luckily, there's a rhythm to this
Yeah,
scene,
there is.
so but eyes up as much as we can.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be the waiter. Here we go. Here we go. So that's 5 miso soups, 4 seaweed salad, 3 soy burger, dinner, 2 tofu dog platter, and 1 pasta with meatless balls.
Ew.
It tastes the same.
If you close your eyes.
And 13 orders of fries. Is that it here?
Wine and beer.
10 handcrafted beers made in local breweries.
To yoga, to yogurt, to rice and beans and cheese.
To leather, to dildos, to curry vindaloo. To huevos, rancheros, and Maya Angelou.
Emotion, devotion, to causing a commotion. Creation, vacation.
Mucho masturbation. You guys know that shit. I don't know the rest of
To Sondheim.
Anything taboo. Okay, maybe I know a little bit.
Yes. So if you are a musical fan,
Yes.
you definitely know where
Yes.
that fucking song is from. Because if you don't,
If you
you
don't-
better ask somebody.
All right, you guys, we out. It went a little long, but we cut it down for you. We hope you enjoyed
cut it
it.
down.
We enjoyed it. I am sober enough to drive, so let's go get some pie.
Oh, I'm sweaty. Let's do this.
Hi.
We'll see you guys
milkshakes.
next week on Lights, Camera, Cocktails.
La Viva
A lock of hair from,
from
her
her
chest.
chest.